Hey guys, we are live. I am actually incredibly nervous tonight because we are doing the Q&A version of the live stream. And I had asked you guys, I don't know, a month or so ago about ask me some questions and I'll make a video. And what I was going to do was do this Q&A video to celebrate like my 1 year as a YouTuber. And then I started making the video and I was like, this is just really weird. Why would I make a video about Q&A when I could just do it in a live stream and talk about it and get, feedback and questions and follow-up questions. So that's what I decided to do. So I do have a list of questions and I will look. Hey, Laura and Dasha, I'm sorry you won't make it. And I will look in the questions as best I could and comments to see if you guys asked some questions there. So yeah, like I said, I'm a little bit nervous. I actually have notes because if I don't have notes or something to refer to, then I just kind of go off on tangents and we'll be here until next Tuesday. So, yeah, so I guess I'll just go ahead and jump in. Everyone was saying hello, Melissa, hello, get organized with Melissa. There's two Melissas, one right after the other. Teresa, hello. Jan Boscher, I know you. Yes, my raccoon sister. Except you're like a mister from another sister. I don't know. Let's see. Benjamin, thank you so much. Benjamin, you did a comment. I think Benjamin told me that I won the internet. I think, wasn't that you, Benjamin? Aiden Belzer is here. Okay, so Aiden, if you guys remember, I don't know if you guys saw this, but I did a podcast with him. So if you haven't checked out Aiden's channel, he talks about wellness, but he makes absolutely beautiful videos. So if you haven't checked out his channel, actually, I'll just go ahead and Aiden Bell, where are you? What? I can't find you. I'm spelling your name right. Oh, no, I didn't. I said AIDEN. My bad. I still can't find you. I don't know what's going on. Are you still on YouTube? There you are. Okay. Okay. Let me put this in here for Aiden. There you go. You can check out his YouTube channel. He makes, like I said, beautiful videos. Oh, Dina, hello from Colorado. Girl, are you getting rain? We got so much rain. It's still raining right now. It's like crazy rain. We even got one of those little warnings that come to your phone, Yeah, it was awesome. Let's see. Nope, it wasn't you, but you do love commenting, Benjamin. Okay, thank you. Erica, hello from Aurora. Hi. Girl, I'm in Westminster. Lived in Aurora for a really long time. Kelly, hi. How are you doing? It's good to see you outside of our members live stream. We do a members live stream every week. We are a small but mighty group, and we have a lot of fun. And Kelly's a member. CD, good evening. Melissa Schlanger. Oh, my laugh cheers you up. Thank you. It's one or the other. Either my laugh makes people happy or it makes people filled with mild rage. It's one or the other. There's no in between. There's nobody going, well, it's just, I guess it's okay. Aiden, it's good to see you too, sweetheart. I'm glad that you're here. Hello from Oregon. Robin says, I knew my evening was too broody. Thank you for your presence today. Broody. Hello, Jan again from Quebec. And let's see. Court, hello from Texas. Howdy, y'all. I'm from Colorado. In Colorado, we don't really like Texans. And like half my family lives in Texas. And we always make fun of that little fact. Hello from Canada. Hello from Egypt. Holy cow. Seriously? Egypt? Are you serious? God, the internet can be so cool sometimes, can't it? Let's see. Yes, a nice little downpour in Douglas County. Yep, I'm in Adams County, and it has been a downpour for sure, like all week, and it's supposed to last all week. Hello from the UK, Nad. It's good to see you. You guys, I'm so thrilled that you're all here and you're all just saying hi. It's wonderful. Oh, Jan, thank you for my laugh. Oh, Calgary, Alberta, San Diego. You guys, this is amazing. I love seeing people from all over the world. Oh, well, Court, I love you too. Thank you, Court. I actually have a cousin that lives in Texas. His name is Court. Is he? No, it's not you. It's not you. I'm going to start digging into these questions because if I don't, then we're never going to get through this. So of all the questions, like I said, this is the Q&A. You guys, I asked you some questions before, asking you if you would, if there's questions that you wanted to ask me. I was going to do it for my celebration of my year video, but I decided it was really strange. So I went ahead and said, we're just going to do it in live stream. So we got a lot of questions about Posey, who is right there. And a lot of them were just basically like, what is Posey's origin story? How do I adopt a pug? You know, blah, 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 blah. So those are the questions I'm going to start with first. So we've got Diane Schmayan, Dragon Moon 1598, and Adriana Rodarte, basically are all asking me about Posey. So I'm just going to tell you Posey's origin story. I think that's a safe way for me to get started because, like I said, I'm very nervous. So with Posey, Doug and I had actually just bought, Doug is my husband, Doug and I had actually just bought our first home. And we were getting ready to move in and we were packing up his apartment. I was staying with him at the time because it was like I sold my place and then we were living together for just a minute until we bought this house, right? We were in this apartment and we were packing it up and we went to the Wendy's up the street to get lunch. And there was a pet store there. Now, I had had a dog named Petey. It was a pug. I had had him for 16 years and he had been gone for about a year. And we had been talking about getting dogs, but not until after we moved into the house. But so we went to this pet store and I walk in and there's one of those plastic pools filled with pugs, filled with them. And I looked over the little puddle there and I said, so who wants to come home with me today? And Posey just stood on her little hind legs and had her little paws up. And so I picked her up and nuzzled her and I started bawling. And then Doug comes up and goes, oh, so we're getting dogs today. It's like, okay, I guess we are. So we knew that we wanted a French bulldog and the pug. I didn't think I'd ever get another pug, but alas, here she is. So he went over to the corner of the store and there was this little guy, little black Frenchie, brindle Frenchie, who had infections, blood coming out of his ears, his bum, his eyes. Just a very sick little guy. And Doug was like, you know what? We got to take him because if we don't take him, no one else is going to put, the time and money into getting him well. So we took him and we brought them home and they just have been absolute joys. I've got a big tattoo of them on my shin. So does Doug. They were the dynamic duo. Actually, Monday will be the 2-year anniversary of Rock's passing. Rock got cancer when he was 5. And we went through the whole, chemo thing, and he ended up passing away 2 weeks after his last chemo treatment. And to be perfectly honest with you, there has not been a day that has gone by since that happened that Doug nor I have talked about him, thought about him, mentioned him, whatever. He was just a very special little guy. We were very lucky to have these two. So we have not ever gotten a little buddy for Posey because I think that it would have been too much for her because of her princess kind of ways. And so she's just an only dog right now. And I think that she kind of digs it like that. It took her a while to get used to being on her own, but she's thriving and she's fine. She's a little character. She's a little beauty. So as you can see right there, she's just always hanging out. She's always got to be by mom, except when dad's home, then she's got to be by dad. But yeah, having a pug, like I said, this is my second pug. If you want to get a pug, I would highly suggest them. Normally they're very cuddly and she's cuddly at a distance, right? She'll go down and cuddle your feet. She won't get all lovey cuddly. She hates being picked up. She doesn't like that. But just one thing to know is that they snore. They do have breathing issues because they're the flat nose breed and they shed like a mother. So with me, who's always wearing black, basically I take Posey with me wherever I go. She's everywhere here. But someone had asked about how do I adopt a dog like Posey? There's pug rescues all over the place. And that's what we were going to do. But that day when we walked into the pet store, it was just like, we need to do this. It was a very strange day, and it's a day that I won't soon forget. So that is Posey's little story. So I'm going to look and see if you guys have any questions, because I saw it kind of zhooshing on by. People are saying hello, hello. Yes, Kelly, Princess Posey, she is. Actually, when we first got her, we called her Princess Puncture, because as a puppy, they have those little sharp teeth, and she was just always gnawing on stuff. So she was Princess Puncture. And Rock, our friend, she got his name because it was kind of like as dumb as a, he was so dumb, you guys, he was so dumb. It took me 2 years to potty train that little fella, but he just had so much love in his heart. And the very first time that we took him for a walk, he picked up a rock and carried it in his mouth the whole way. So that's why he got his name. And then Posey is like of the flower, you know, the pocket full of Posey. That's where she got her name from. So yes, rest in peace, Rock. Hey, Kate Craig, nice to see you. Let's see, can we see the tattoos? Not at this moment because I am fuzzy. I am not going to show you. I don't have a picture either that I can show you that I can readily pull up, but I've got fuzzy girl legs. I live in Colorado and we haven't really started summer yet. So there you go. Probably way more information than you needed to know. Let's see. Oh, someone's name is What Is It? I love that. What is it? Hi from New Jersey. Any advice for getting a service dog? You know, I don't know because I've never had a service dog. I actually follow on my Instagram feed, my personal Instagram feed, not my Laugh Lines one. That's all my Instagram is dogs. And I follow the service dogs, like the ones that let people know when they're about to faint. I follow the like canine police dogs thing. I mean, that's all I have on my Instagram feed are dogs. That's it. I'd have a sanctuary and a million dogs if that were in my cards. Maybe I'll throw that out to the universe and that's what's going to happen in my life. I can't foster dogs because they would all be foster fails, but I really love animals. Monique Lemire. Oof. Greetings from little old Rhode Island. Okay, so Rhode Island, I've shared this before on these things, is that's one of my Maine and Rhode Island, that little corner up there. That's one of the places that I've always wanted to go. And I became obsessed as a child because Stephen King always used that area in his books. So I will visit there one day, and I will sit and have clam chowder at the ocean. I just imagine there's some restaurant that you can just sit at like a bar and the ocean is right there and you can just sit there and eat clam chowder. That's just what's in my head. And that's what we're going with. Let's see. Patricia in Portland. Good to see you, Patricia. Thank you for being here. Melissa Schlenger. I have a tattoo of my previous dog. It's a Bichon Frise. Those are cute little waddle bunnies too. Just waddle, 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 right? Kelly says, Viva la fuzzy legs. Yes. I can't believe I just admitted that to like all of you and that this is a recorded video that people are going to watch in perpetuity. But yeah, that's just me. Ladybird asked, do you garden? Strangely enough, I have been thinking about it lately. I don't want to say that I'm homebound. I just never go anywhere. I don't go out and do stuff. I'm home all day working on YouTube and working on the plumbing business that my husband and I are trying to start together. So I am just always here, right here. And so I thought, well, wouldn't it be nice to have like a small little garden that I could just grow some stuff in? And it doesn't necessarily have to be stuff that we eat, but I could grow some cucumbers or some lettuce or some tomatoes, right? Just something to get me outside and doing something other than work. So I was actually looking at raised planters because fuck that. I'm not getting down on my hands and knees. I'm sorry. I'm too old for that. So I was looking at the raised planters for that. But then I just got overwhelmed. So I hope that answers your question, Ladybird. Oh, internet complaint department. One of my favorite usernames right there. Good to see you. I'm still laughing at the whole hustle culture video that you made. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I just make people laugh. What a wonderful thing. You know, the top thread of comment/question that I get is, why don't you become a stand-up comic? And I don't understand that question because, well, first of all, I don't think I'm that funny. But second of all, I'm being funny on YouTube where I have the whole world as my audience, and I don't have to go to crappy bars and take crappy flights and eat crappy food and be away from my family. I just get to sit here and be funny. So I can't imagine being a stand-up comic because that would be awful. I'd rather just do it here. Let's see. Dawn says, hey, Sheila, what are your future plans to promote your channel? Any guests on tap? So I'm not really that kind of channel. I don't really do interviews. I did try doing an interview with someone that was not HR, but someone that was in that, what was she, a career coach. And I just don't feel that I'm really good at that, doing the interview portion. I keep wanting to do it, but I'm not sure I'm branching that way. If I do branch that way, I'm thinking that it'll probably be like a separate YouTube channel. And I'll just interview people that I feel comfortable with or that I think provide value, or I just think that we could just sit there and shoot the shit and be funny together. Good question, Don. Thank you. So Kelly is talking about the restaurants in New England, and most of them have clam chowder. But I don't want, do I want, yeah, New England clam chowder is the white one. That's the one that I want, right? Kelly says, my legs have been fuzzy for 20 years. No regrets. Go to Flo's. This is from Monique. Go to Flo's near Newport Beach for your serving of clam chowder. Yeah, I didn't say it right. I didn't say clam chowder. I know. Just have a little bit of coffee and clam chowder sitting there at the beach. JF says, a little late, but hey, from Houston, you're not late. You're just on time. Look, you're right on time. There you go. Let's see. Elena says growing herbs and lettuce is easy. CR says homegrown tomatoes are the best, as are raised planters. Yes, you guys are encouraging me to garden. I have this whole area on the side of my house that I could put some stuff there. I just am getting overwhelmed lately, and I don't understand why. It's not that much, right? But because I don't know anything about gardening, I think. And if I had like a friend that I could just be like, okay, what do I do? How do I plant them? How do I take care of these little babies? Instead of having to do all these research and that kind of stuff, maybe that would make a difference. But I don't know. It's something I've been thinking about. King Epic, hello. I'm surprised, King Epic. I actually thought about you the other day because you did not give me my countdown. King Epic is definitely ready for me to be at 100,000 subscribers because he wants to party with me. And usually he gives me a countdown of, oh my God, you're at 10,000. Oh my God, you're at 15,000. So I have reached 25,000 subscribers as of the other day, day before yesterday. So that was an amazing feeling to actually get to that many people. It's very exciting for me. Now, of course, I ruined it because I started comparing myself to other people. But King Epic, I was thinking about you with that. Let's see here. Can you share how your YouTube channel is doing? Do you have a video planned with an update? Okay, we do have some YouTube questions on the Q&A. I'm going to read these really quickly, and then I'm going to jump back over to the Q&A. Aiden says it's just a matter of time before you have a Netflix special. Oh my God, can you even imagine? Living free for me. Hello. One of your questions is on this list. I will get to it, I swear. The Internet Complaint Department says, Sheila, it gets weird. Telling the truth becomes stand-up when the truth is completely absurd. Satire isn't dead. We live in it. It's called America. Preach. Preach. Lady Bird, if you had a chance at another lucrative and satisfying job, would you take it? Or do you have the independent mindset from now on? People ask me that question, and it's a really hard question for me to answer because I am kind of, and this is what my next video is going to be about, but I'm kind of, again, at this place in my life where I feel like I need to be moving forward, but I'm not sure which direction that should be. Doing YouTube is amazing. I freaking love this. And if I could do this full time and actually live off it, I would, but it takes a long time to get there. So I need to figure out something else to do in the meantime. I think that if I could get a part-time job in corporate, I might do that, but I don't see that I would ever be able to go back doing full-time in the corporate world. My mental health can't handle it. I don't think I can handle it. And it's not something that I can see for myself. So Ray, hello. King Epic, the King Epic, the party at 100K is going to be wild. Yeah, we're all going to be in bed by 7:30. There'll be string cheese and coffee served. Hey, yo. All right. Let me get to some of these questions. B Salvis. I don't know if B Salvis is here, but what is your biggest career regret? I got an MS, which I believe is a Master of Science, in my 40s that did nothing for me. As far as career regrets, I really can't just pick just one. And these all definitely came with hindsight, right? With being able to look back on everything. I regret getting certifications. I think certifications are a waste of money unless you're doing something like a PMP certification, which is a project manager professional, bigger certifications like that. But even then, I still think that they're a waste of money. I don't think that a certification is needed in order for you to do your job well. I don't think that belonging to a professional organization, I belong to something called IIBA, which is like the International Something or Other of Business Analysts. They did nothing for me but send me newsletters. So I kind of regret wasting money on those. I regret assuming that work equals reward and that companies are loyal. And I regret all the free labor that I did throughout the years. And I just regret not seeing the game for what it was until I was out of it. So I guess those are my biggest regrets for career regrets. Let's see here. I'm just kind of skipping around on these questions. Let's see. Oh, Elena. Elena 2768. Tell us about your practice husband. Did you wear a gown? Did you have any regrets? So I have been married before Doug. I actually was with someone for quite a long time. And he actually came home one day and gave me an ultimatum and said that if I didn't pick a wedding date, that he was going to leave. So I was like, fine. So I picked a wedding date. We were married for less than 2 years, although we were together for like 10 years before that. This was like my early 20s, mid 20s, until my 30s. I remember when we started dating, he was 4 years younger than me and I could drink and he couldn't. So he was not even 21 when we started dating. So yeah, it was a bit ago, but yeah, he was not a bad guy. He was not a bad guy. It's just that we grew very quickly in separate directions. He changed to a different religion. He actually converted to being a Muslim, and he wanted me to convert that way as well. And that wasn't something that I felt that I could do. He also wanted to have children. I did not want to have children. So there was things like that. Now, we had discussed these things before getting married. A lot changed after I signed that paper. A lot. He also expected that I would take care of everything in the home except for the trash and mowing the lawn. Those were his two jobs. Everything else was me: grocery shopping, cooking, cleaning, paying the bills, all of that. So it just didn't work out. But he's not a bad person. I still am in contact with him to this day. It's very weird because sometimes I'll post something on Facebook and he'll like it. Like I'll be like, oh, me and Doug went here and oh my gosh, I love my life so much. And then he likes it. Right. It's like, it's kind of funny. He's not a bad person though, at all. He's a decent man. He definitely is. But for that wedding, yes, I did do the dress thing. I didn't want to do the dress thing, but we did the dress thing with the veil thing and the bridesmaids things and all of that stuff. And I'm glad I had the experience, but I definitely wouldn't do it again. Doug and I got married at the Golden Courthouse in Golden, Colorado, and it was the most romantic, beautiful ceremony ever. We just had his parents and my stepmom and my stepmom's boyfriend were there, and it was perfect. It was amazing. So I hope that answers your question, Ilana. Someone anonymous asked if I was still doing rideshare, and the answer to that is a big hearty no. I am not. The older I get, the more I realize that I just can't hang with shit anymore. I just can't. And I was spending, 6-8 hours a day driving, and I'd come home with, $7,500, and then you take gas out of that, you take taxes out of that, the wear and tear on my car. It was just too much. It was just too much for me. And if it had been more worth it, I would probably still be doing it. But even when, I don't know if any of you have done rideshare, or I'm sure some of you have taken Uber, but you're driving and the little app starts beeping at you because it's got a job that it wants to see if you want to take. That was so stressful to me because there was only like 6 seconds that I had to review whether or not to take it. And I'm driving and this thing is beeping. I'm trying to review. I'm in traffic. It's just too much for me. I mean, maybe it sounds like I'm a big old waddle baby, but that's just what I was. I felt like it was dangerous. And then, like I said, the money just wasn't worth it. So no, I'm not doing that anymore. Let's see if anyone's asked some questions. Let's see. Sim Architect. Hi, Sim. Hello. Good to see you. Sim is also a member and was here yesterday. I can't believe you guys aren't sick of me. Kate is congratulating me on 25K. Thank you. The snowball from 30K to 100K is so quick. I am going to try to believe you on that, King Epic, because, okay. All right. So I'm just going to throw this out here. Lately, I have been feeling like something really great is around my corner. And I don't know what it is, but I think it has to do with this. And I had a couple of one-on-ones this week where they told me something big is coming your way. Like they can just see that thing kind of happening. And I kind of am feeling it. I met with a company to do merch for me, and that's going to be launched next week. But when I was meeting with him and I was talking, I found myself saying, I'm going to be big, right? I'm going to be big, but I want to have my community still remain small, right? I still want us to feel like we are close. I still want us to be like-minded individuals that kind of all can get together and commiserate about stuff. And I want to keep that. And that's one of the reasons why I'm doing merch, is because I think that's a really great way to continue to build community. So I've been feeling like there's something on the horizon, King Epic. So we'll see if you're right. Teresa says, somebody get Netflix on the horn. Hello, Netflix. Hi, yeah. Can I have a show? Oh, great. Thanks. Let's see. CR says, put plants in dirt, make sure they get sun and water, and then they grow. Easy peasy. No, because they have to be a certain number of inches apart, and tomatoes need a vine or something, right? It's not that easy. I got in my head, just let me live there a minute. Benjamin Green says, did YouTube send you a free hoodie for starting a channel membership? Because apparently that's a thing that they do. No. No, I get a monthly check from YouTube, and that's about all I get. No YouTube merch. I did tell Doug, though, when I reached 25,000, I was like, I'm almost at 100,000. I was like, super excited, right? I'm not almost, but in my head, it's almost. And he's like, well, what happens then? I was like, I get a silver YouTube play button. Hello. He's like, we'll have to hang that on the wall behind you. I was like, yeah, everybody does. So yeah, no, I haven't gotten that from YouTube. Maybe I'll have to contact somebody and say, maybe mine got lost in the mail. I don't know. Sarah gave me a love fire. Woo, my heart is on fire for YouTube, girl. CD says, if I schedule a task and my Skype doesn't work, can the first talk just be by phone? Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You're talking about doing a one-on-one, CD. Yes. If you schedule a talk, we actually use Zoom, and we can absolutely do it by phone. Some people don't want to actually be online. We could even do it on Zoom with your camera off, whatever you feel comfortable with. No big deal. Let's see. Ray. It's Ray Churcha. I don't know how to say it, so I just call him Ray, and that's what they told me to call him. There's no way I could go back to corporate BS. Me either. The internet complaint department says, when you get 100K subscribers, make sure you get a smoothie to celebrate. It's an adult. What did we say that it was? Smoothie was oh gosh, I remember that comment that you sent me. Now I can't remember what a smoothie is. Doesn't matter. You need more volume. Muriel, hello, Muriel. Nice to see you. Hello, Queen. I hope you're having a nice day. I don't know if people know this, but I really love it when people call me Queen. Let's see. Okay. Jen G says, hey, I've loved your videos. Have been unemployed since October. I'm so sorry. Point being is I felt so useless and felt until I found your wonderful channels. Well, I am so glad that I could be a small part of helping you feel a little bit better. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry about your layoff. Ladybird says the best teacher is doing it. School boo. I guess you're talking about planting again, that I should just start doing it. Believe me, I know that the best teacher is doing. Watch some of my old videos. I keep debating whether or not I should delete them. I'm like, no. I want to see my growth. I want to see how much I progressed. But like my first couple of videos, I had no idea what I was doing. You just learn as you go. Let's see here. Ray says, I was always the one for staying past 5 o'clock. What a fool I was. Same. I would work weekends, nights. It's just, I feel like an idiot now looking back. Jan is laughing at my practice husband. I'm so behind, you guys. Sorry. Patricia in Portland. You're agreeing with them. Magic Mona. Hi. Nice to see you. DC Johnson, there are a lot of people who are certified and terrible at their jobs. Absolutely, because certification is just book learning, right? You just memorize stuff. That doesn't mean that you actually know how to put it into practice, right? Let's see. Robin says, this lines up perfectly for what I wanted to ask. If you could give your 25-year-old self anything, what would you say? Basically anything that's in my videos, right? I've been talking to us as well. And when I say us, it's like 25 to 65, right? Because the people that are older could commiserate and the people that are younger are like, oh my gosh, this is what I have to look forward to. There was a comment the other day. A woman was like, I just watched this video and today is my first day at my first work. I just graduated my first corporate job. I was like, oops, sorry. If you want to talk, just let me know. Right. So, I think that if I had one thing to pick about 24-year-old self, or 25-year-old self, I would say, oh my God, there's so many. Don't trust HR and don't be loyal and set boundaries, right? Set boundaries about your work self. I did last video, a couple of videos ago, talking about creating a work persona. And having that, and that work persona says, I'm sorry, I don't work past this time. I don't give up my lunch every day. I'm not going to go to happy hours. I'm not going to go to company picnics that are on, my free time, right? Things like that. I wish I would have done. Kate Craig says, when you married Doug, did you have any fears he would change after marriage? No, because we talked about it quite a bit. He knew my history, and I'm also his second wife. He had a practice wife as well. And we talked a lot about the things that we wanted and didn't want. But no, I didn't have that with Doug. It's very different. Probably because I'm older, right? I was older when I married Doug, and I learned my lesson. And he's stuck with me now. I'm so sorry. And he's not on the call tonight. Usually he comes to these live streams because he loves it. He has so much fun. But he's actually working. We got, we're doing the plumbing company. We're starting on the side. So he worked a full day and then did a side job tonight. So he's not here. Court Frost says, sorry, phone's ringing. Court Frost says, what are your words of wisdom to tell my two 20-year-olds regarding the beginning of their career? Just that, Court, just that, to not, like all the things that we've been saying here. Don't let them take advantage of you. Don't give up your free time. Doug's been actually talking to a lot of younger plumbers because someone told him the other day, this exists in blue collar work, not just corporate America, right? Someone told him the other day, he was going to a call, and Doug says, no, this is my last call. It's almost 5 o'clock. And the guy was like, oh yeah, that's right. You don't work past 5. And Doug goes, why should I? I am here for the hours that they pay me to be here. Anything outside of that, I should be overly compensated for, which he is not. He has a contract with the company that these are his working hours, and that's what he does. So, with people that are starting in a corporate setup, it's the same thing. You negotiate your pay grade, you negotiate your pay, and that is for you from the hours between 8 and 5, right? That's not anything beyond that. And anything beyond that is you giving away your free time and your labor for free. So I would tell them something like that. Just tell them to come watch my videos. Meh. Ray says, separated after 30 years, would love to find a companion or a partner, but I don't know if it's possible. Hell yeah, it's possible. Fuck yeah, it's possible. I met Doug I'm not even doing the Q&A questions, you guys. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Maybe I'll just sprinkle them out throughout life. But I met Doug on Tinder, and I did do a video about that and about how my life was kind of before I met Doug. So if you want to watch that, just watch that video. But he was really just going to be, Tinder. This was back when Tinder first started. It was the hookup app, right? It is the hookup app. So we met on Tinder. We met at a coffee shop. For those of you that live in Colorado, it was in the Wash Park area. And we sat there for a couple of hours. And when we were getting ready to leave, He leaned down and he kissed my forehead, and that was it. I was done for. A forehead kiss got me. So yeah, let's see. So Ray, I would not, you have to put yourself out there occasionally, but I would not go into life with that attitude that you're not going to find somebody, because you will. You can. I did. And if I did, this girl who, was so broken and weird and, all these other things about me, just watch the video. But yeah, I wouldn't say that, Ray. Let's see here. Sim Architect, remember to like the video stream. You guys, Sim, you're so sweet. You guys remember stuff that I just don't even think about. I'm a YouTuber, but I'm so not into the YouTube thing. But yes, thank you for liking it. Kayla says, congrats on the channel growth. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. You're a part of it. You guys are all a part of that. It's an amazing community. Ladybird says, how do you unwind any cool hobbies? So okay. So, I'm all about being honest and transparent. I am the world's most boring person, and I married someone just like me. So our unwinding does not necessarily look like what anyone else's does. Right. And there are some of these questions on here that we're going to get to, I swear, that ask me, like my favorite this, or what do I do to balance or to stay positive. And the thing is it's different for everyone. So for us, our favorite thing in the world is after dinner, we will go lay in bed. And right now we are watching Justified, right? We have a show. We always have a show that we're watching. So right now it's Justified. And we will lay in beds. I have a Sheila shaped spot on his side, and I get up in my Sheila shaped spot. Posey gets up in between us, and we just lay there and watch Justified. And we're the kind of couple that, like, if something funny happens or if we see something, you do the tap, right? You tap, 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 right? And that's what we do. That's how I unwind, is by watching a show where I don't have to think, right? I can turn my brain off. I'm not thinking about answering comments, which I know I'm really behind on answering comments. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so behind. But I don't have to think about that. I don't have to think about trying to generate business for the plumbing. I just lay in Doug's arms with my dog, my favorite people in the world, and we watch Justified. So there's my unwind. King Epic says, I don't qualify for my job without certifications. Series exams and securities are gate locked by government. I can imagine that. I do imagine that there are a bunch of certifications that are out there that are required. But for me, with what I was doing, I found them wholly unnecessary. Kay says, hi from Maryland, burnt out teacher. Oh, I'm so sorry. I have such respect for teachers. I just do. I don't understand why in our society, teachers don't not only make more money, but get more respect, because nobody in our world would be who they are without a teacher. Nobody. There's not one person that you're going to say that you can't look back on your life and tell me a teacher that made a difference in your world. It just seems so grossly broken. And I'm sorry, but thank you for what you do. Thank you. Let's see. The Sim Architect gave me little prayers hands. Let's see. Continuous Motion TV says, congratulations. Thank you. I am so behind. Look at your Social Blade, mama. It's a liftoff. Oh, Social Blade. Oh God, I forgot all about that site, Jan. I'm going to pull it up just really quickly, because then I can look at it later. When I forgot all about Social Blade. Social Blade is a website where you can go, and they actually kind of, based upon what is current in your YouTube world, they kind of will do some predictions. Now, they were completely wrong, because I hit like 10,000 users like way faster than they predicted. So, it's kind of grain of salt thing. It's just all, what's the word I'm looking for? Math, right? It's just statistics and analytics and that kind of stuff, and projections. But I will look at that, Jan. Thank you. The internet complaint department. I had an epiphany in 2021 when I was doing Uber groceries, saw another 6 delivery guys in the damn line with me at Kroger's. It felt like I was cattle on a chute. Yeah. I can see that. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so behind. Let's see. Ray, thank you for your congratulations. Our generation's Betty White. Oh God, I freaking love Betty White. King Epic, I'm not your demographic and I like being here. I enjoy the videos. They're like a fresh conversation. Thank you. My demographic, I don't really have one anymore. If I look at my demographic, I am 20% across the board as far as the age ranges are going. I do have like 65% women and then the rest are men, which I get. But my demographic has evolved and changed because when I started this channel, I was talking to 50-year-old menopausal women. And we've morphed into something much grander. So I am glad you're here, King. I'm always glad that you're here. Yes, internet complaint department. Smoothies are adult baby food. Thank you. That was the joke that you made in the comments. Thank you. Get organized with Melissa. I'm inspired by you because I'm starting my own stuff. Awesome. Awesome. Does it have anything to do with organization? Is that your YouTube channel? I could use some organization help. I love organizing things. I think that's probably one of the things I miss the most about not being able just to go shopping whenever I want to and buy stuff is that I can't buy organizing stuff. I love to organize. Let's see. Kayla, when did you marry Doug? Shit, was it 2017? I don't know. I'm so glad he's not here. I don't know. I don't remember. Rich says, where do you think the job market will be in the next 1 to 3 years? Any predictions? Oh, that's such a loaded question and a hard one to answer. I don't know. I don't know. I think that AI is going to have a huge impact. I think that a lot of white collar jobs are going to be eliminated because of AI. But then again, of course, a lot are going to be created. Right now, we're just in this really big flux area, right? We just don't know what's going to happen. It's kind of exciting and it's also equally terrifying. Muriel says, my jewelry is being published in an artist magazine called Uppercase. I got a grant for three major jeweler machines to help me and got into 3 huge vendor shows in town. That is amazing. That is amazing, Muriel. Congratulations to you. That is wonderful news. Let's see. Concerned says, got guests, wanted to say hi, keep doing you. Hi, Concerned. Again, one of my favorite usernames. Thank you for dropping by. Brian says, what kind of job were you doing before you were laid off? And what area was your degree focused on? Which degree, my friend? Which degree? I have a couple. My undergraduate degree was actually in journalism, and I wanted to be a journalist. I don't know if any of you remember Connie Chung, but I used to love Connie Chung. She's actually married to Maury Povich. If you remember Maury when he had that talk show, I don't know. See, my brain is filled with little factoids like that. Anyway, my undergrad was in journalism. My master's degree was in communications. Before I got booted out of my career, I was a product manager and product owner, business analyst. Those were kind of the things that I did. Basically, I built software for 30 years. So that's what I did. Okay, I'm going over to the Q&A because I feel really bad because I know that there's people here that I'm trying to look to see if I can find someone's name. Okay, Aiden's here. Aiden says, what was the moment, the person, the experience that shaped your life the most? And so this is one of those questions that I was talking about. Whenever someone says something like the most or the favorite, it's really difficult for me to answer because there's seasons of my life. And in those seasons of my life, there are things that are the most or my favorite, right? So if I'm being honest, saying that the moment, person, experience that shaped my life the most, I would have to say that it's Doug. And I know that's a boring answer, but the way that Doug has changed me and believed in me and given me confidence and loved me when I can't even love myself, all of these wonderful things about this man, that has definitely been the thing that has changed my life the most. And I will never be the same after being with Doug, ever. He is my best friend and my everything. I didn't know that relationships like this existed. Now, if we are saying pre-Doug, then I would have to say that my stepmom was probably the person that shaped my life the most, because when we moved out here, you guys, I'm just assuming that you've watched some of my videos. I had the mother video, right? Well, we moved out here from Colorado because my mother was the way that she was. My stepmom just kind of jumped in and mommed me and got me therapy and did all the things that a mom could do. So, my grandmother was also a huge influence in my life. My dad's mom A therapist that I had in junior high. When I first moved out here to Colorado, I had to go see the school therapist, and Mr. Patterson was his name. And he was a huge influence in my life. Just little things like that. I mean, there's just been people placed along my path in my life that all have changed me somehow and made me go on a different path. Heck, even my first husband, right? Basically, I'm continually meeting, finding, and inventing new versions of myself. It's a constant adventure. Ray, you have a question on here too. It's Ray Church. I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry, Pumpkin. Do you suppress your thought bubbles? Did your life pivot change that? So I didn't quite understand what you meant about thought bubbles. And so I was thinking that they were probably the like the raw, unfiltered thoughts that just pop up in your head that 9 times out of 10 you say, "Ooh, I can't say that out loud." That's what I was thinking a thought bubble was. And the older that I've gotten, the more I don't censor my thought bubbles, the more I just kind of let them fly. Um, and I don't think it was the career pivot. I do think it was age. It just comes along with, I just don't care as much as I used to about what other people think about me. So hope that answers your question. Let me go back to the chat. Let's see. I answered that. Everybody's congratulating Muriel. Robin. Pedal Adventures. The work persona is the best video ever. It's the only way to do corporate America. I know. I wish that I would have known it at the time. I think that it would have helped me really like communicate, because I'm an oversharer. And if I had a work persona, I would have rules for the kinds of things that I could share with people that I work with. Right. I wish that I would have done it sooner. King Epic, isn't unpaid overtime illegal in the US? No. Not if you're salary. And honestly, it's not illegal. You know, Doug being a plumber, Doug doesn't actually get an hourly wage. So he gets paid commission only. And that's the way most plumbing companies work. And so if he's out driving around all day and not getting a free water heater flush here, or just giving quotes or whatever, he's not making money. And he works way more than 8 hours a day, and he doesn't get paid for that overtime. He doesn't even get paid an hourly wage. So King Epic says, see, now I feel bad. You were thinking of me and you don't know it, but we have full-blown conversations while I watch your video. I have at least 3 to 5 minute monologues to type out to you, but I'm just busy and I'm going to find a way to do better. Why can I see that, King Epic? I can totally see that. I love it. I love it. I send your videos to almost all my colleagues because you resonate with so many people. You're so amazing. You've just been such a support ever since I started. So thank you. Living free for me. I had a practice husband too. I just married my second husband on May 30th of this year. Congratulations. We got married in Vegas and had a beautiful ceremony. I'm very fortunate. He's a good man. Well, I'm going to go ahead and say that he's also very fortunate. So there you go. Let's see. Lena says, hi, Sheila. I so enjoy your videos. You're an exceptional motivational speaker, which is funny because I really didn't set out to be a motivational speaker. I'm actually like kind of anti-motivational speaker. I'm just more along the lines of, can we please just have someone that tells us what reality actually is? Because everything just feels so fake all the time. But thank you, Alana. Sorry. Let's see. Ladybird, overtime happens when you're salaried. If you're hourly, then overtime has to be paid. Strict laws about this. I would say like if you are working for hourly, yeah, but if you're commission based, no. And King Epic, $1.99. Thank you so much. King, oh my gosh, you're killing me. Do you journal? All right. So King Epic has asked me if I journal, and I don't know what those are called, like super chats or something like that. But as far as journaling, I have tried it and I have a lot of beautiful journals. But I find for me, I get bored. I get frustrated because my hand doesn't go as fast as my brain. And so I don't. I've actually tried journaling on the computer. Because I can type really, really fast. But it just isn't something that's ever been helpful to me. And I know that is incredibly helpful to others. instead of journaling, when I feel the need to kind of decompress or think about things, I'll color. I love coloring. I think that's a wonderful mental health tool, but I do not journal. Ah. 7. Oops. I just moved and it just jumped. Sorry. If I miss you guys, if I miss you up or if I miss your comments, it's not personal. I love you all. Oh, Doug did answer 2019. Doug is here. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm really behind. I'm just going to zhoosh through these comments really quickly. And if anyone has a question, just my opinion for you. You're far from boring. Thank you so much. Let's see, just my opinion. My niece is 25 and is a 4th grade teacher. Yay. Jupiter says, thank you. You are needed in this society because workplace or American society is getting an earthquake shaking and awakening. Yeah. Raphael, hey, thank you so much for what you do. I listen to you while at work and you give me the chutzpah to keep going. I'm the guy that told you about my job requirements to do volunteer work to get a bonus. I remember that. He or she, I'm assuming they, I'll just say they, gave a comment where their work actually forced them to do volunteer work in order to like make their bonus, which I just thought was absolutely unreal. It's crazy. Let's see. You guys are talking with each other. Teachers should be 100K starting. I agree, King Epic. At least 100K starting, no problem. Just my opinion. I'm 61 and a male who loves honesty and authentic people. Well, then you must love me. You must love me. The sim architect. I thought you had a set number of hours on a salaried contract. Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourselves. Let's see here. Doug said 2019. Sorry, I will never marry again. No legal contracts for me. Okay, Ray. You guys are saying hello to Doug. So glad I'll be retiring soon and skipping the whole AI job threat nonsense. That was from Laura Lloyd Henry. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through these because I'm so behind and I want everyone to know that I love them and I'm reading your comments. Quack Hack, 50-year-old menopausal woman there still hanging with you. Hi, Quack Hack. I love that username. Hello, my menopausal sister. It's crazy, isn't it? It's freaking crazy. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I just never know what my day is going to bring. Is it going to be anxiety? Is it aging? Is it menopause? What is it? What's going to fuck with me today? And I never know. Every day is just an adventure. YB says, hi, YB. Let's see. Kelly says, I can feel you choking up when you talk about Doug. That's because he's so wonderful and I'm so lucky. And I don't know how I got this lucky. I really don't. And plus he's smoking hot, you guys. He's like smoking hot. I don't know how I got him. Aiden says, great answer. Doug's awesome. I hear the name and go right to Dougie Fresh from the 80s rap scene. So Doug's name is, it's Doug Hammond. And so whenever he has to put like his first name and last initial, it spells dough. So that's his rap name. He's Doughboy. Okay. Sorry. Let's see here. Just my opinion. I live in Westminster, Colorado. Let's see. Lucculent. Oh my God. Hey, I've been MIA working myself to death because I quite literally have no choice not to be dramatic. I don't think that that's drama, but I'm not going to lecture you because everybody has their thing and you have to do what you have to do, but please just take care of yourself. Luculent or luculent. Just make sure that you're taking care of you because that is the most important thing. If you're not taking care of yourself, then you're not going to be able to work yourself to death, right? Right. Let's see. Teresa says, sadly, I've never had a thought bubble that I didn't choose to share with everyone, right? It's the oversharing. I wonder if it's like a gene. It's like an oversharing gene. Let's see. You guys are so sweet. Congratulating Ladybird. I was going to therapy. The last session did not sit well and I stopped. My therapist never reached out to ask why I abruptly stopped. It sent me in a tailspin. So one thing to remember, gosh, you guys, I'm so behind on these comments. I'm so sorry. one thing to remember about therapy and therapists is that they're just people too, right? They're not like some godlike, put on a pedestal type person. And I think that that's what happens when we're in therapy is we put the therapist up on this pedestal, and they can make mistakes. They can say the wrong thing. They can have a bad day. They can be a bad therapist. So don't let someone else put you in a tailspin like that, right? She probably knew that she screwed up. And when you didn't show up anymore, she was like, oh shit, totally screwed up. I understand why she's not coming back, right? Just, you can just let that go. I'm giving you permission to let that go. Let's see here. I'm pulling another Q&A off of here. Living free for me. I know that you were here. Question: what made you start your YouTube channel? Was it intimidating? So when I started this channel, I decided that I thought it was a waste, that I was 53 at the time and I knew so much stuff. I had this really dynamic career. I have mental health problems. I grew up with a really crappy childhood. I've overcome so much stuff, right? I just felt that I had a lot of dynamics to me that would help people if I shared them, right? It might make people feel less alone, or it might make people feel seen and heard, all of those things. I started this for that reason, and that has been my driving reason to do it. Now, as far as was it intimidating, the whole talky talk thing and doing speech things, I have no problem with that. Actually, I was a college professor for a while, and I taught intro to public speaking. I love doing this. I love it. I love it. The thing that was the hardest for me was to deal with trolls. That's not something that you can be prepared for. How so many people were obsessed with like my hair and my looks. Yes, I know. I'm very well aware that I lost my hair from menopause, and I'm very well aware that it's white because I can't dye it anymore because it's so damaged. I'm very well aware that I have wrinkles and I look like I'm 50. Right? You know, just that kind of thing was really, really hard to deal with. And that is what almost made me quit doing it, because putting yourself out there, putting myself out there, every Tuesday, you know, week to week to week, putting it out there and saying what my truth is, hoping that others will resonate with it. You get a lot of people that just want to be nasty, that just want to be nasty for no reason. So I think that was probably the only part of it that was intimidating. Let's see. My third act, I haven't seen that person here, but I get asked this questions a lot. Do you use AI to craft your videos? Do you read from a script? And the answer to that is I use every tool that I possibly can in order to do a good job. Everything that I write, I do put through AI to say, am I duplicating the same thought process? Is it bloated in sections? Is it too long? How could I organize this better? Right? The ideas and thoughts are mine, but I do utilize AI to help me with organization. Sometimes, like when I did the videos where I went back 100 years talking about how in all previous generations, whenever you hit 50, that's pretty much when you're thrown out the door. I did use AI to fact check me. So I do use that, and I do write scripts because honestly, like I said, if I don't write scripts or have notes, I'll just be talking, and I will just go off on tangents and never make a point. So I have to have notes and I have to have a script, and I like to have things written out. So there's the answer to that. Someone else asked, how much does your household earn and spend in a typical month? And I'm just going to kind of say, none of your business. How about you? How much does your household earn and spend in a typical month? Noreen 6976 says, what do you do to stay positive when things feel discouraging? I don't aim for positivity necessarily. I aim for possible, right? So when I'm spiraling or when I'm discouraged, what is something that I could do that's actually possible, right? And taking the small control over things that are within my control, right? Some days it's drinking water. Some days it's having less than 6 coffees. You know what I mean? It's like it changes day by day, Noreen. Um, Let's see here. I'm going to do one more off this list and I'll go back to the questions. Bonus Fiddle says, how do you get past the shame? I'm over 50, unemployed, and drowning. You don't get past shame. You just get to a point where you stop believing that it's yours to carry, if that makes sense. Shame doesn't belong to you. That is a projection. So you still being here, that to me is defiance. That to me is still saying something. But I get that feeling. I get the feeling of being unemployed. I get the feeling of drowning, but shame is not mine. I need to give that up. And I hope that you can give that up as well. All right. So I'm going back to our comments inside of the chat. Oh, Lucculent got the AWS and Azure AI certs. Got it. Let's see. Muriel, plumbers make 200K here in Ontario, teachers and nurses close to 100K. That's awesome. Now, if I could get Doug to move to Canada, we would move to Canada. Believe me, I've talked about it. I wanted it. And all he says is, no, it's too cold. So there you go. Ain't happening because it's too cold. True North Skies. Hi there. Hi. Good to see you. I went to therapy once when I was 11. They said I had a high IQ and to get back to work. I don't know if that's a joke or reality. Am I wrong to think that she should have reached out to me to inquire why I abruptly stopped? Actually, you can think that if you want to, but there is no right or wrong answer to this. Maybe she's not a professional person. Maybe she just didn't care. Maybe she didn't vibe with you. There could be a million reasons why she didn't reach out to you. And if you're that concerned, Ray, reach out to her. Reach out to her. Let's see here. Muriel says, your example of bombastic uniqueness, change, and finding love keeps me going. Well, good. Thank you, Muriel. Dead inside. Dead inside. These screen names, some of them are awesome. I work weekends and off Monday through Friday, and I love it. Now my boss wants me to do more, like more days. So dead inside, is that, are you saying that you don't want to, you just want to keep working weekends? I mean, can you set that boundary that, no, I signed up to just do this and this is what I want to do? Just because they want you doesn't mean that you have to, right? Just my opinion for you. Reality is what you see it is. These days we must watch and listen and see the reality for ourselves. You know, just my opinion for you. That's absolutely true. But you know what? You can't even believe what you see anymore. If you get on YouTube, there's a lot of YouTube channels that make like fake movies, like movies that they would like to see made with their favorite actors. And you cannot tell anymore the difference between AI and reality. So don't believe what you see. I certainly don't anymore. Let's see here. Kelly says, I journal in Word. Typing 125 words a minute means I can get a lot off my chest fast. Yeah, me too. Or I'll even just talk in my phone, talk to text instead of journaling. Melissa Colors as well. Shauna says, hi, I know you're busy with your chat, but wanted to say hi, much love. Shauna, I'm not busy with my chat. I'm just behind. I just want to make sure that everybody's voice is heard. True. Oh, Jan is counting my visitors. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I've got 102 people in here. That's wonderful. Hi, 102 people. Love you. Mean it. Let's see. True North Skies question. Do you think we'll ever find a solution to our unemployable situation, or are we doomed? I don't necessarily see a situation happening in my lifetime. I would like to become an advocate and see if the younger generation can't make changes, because even though, like, you know, millennials and Gen Z, they get kind of a bad rap because of the whole, oh, they don't want to work attitude. It's not that they don't want to work. It's that they are smarter than us. And they're like, this is bull, right? Giving up 10 hours of my day for a job that doesn't give a shit about me. This is crap, right? So they're smarter than we were. So I'm very hopeful that they're going to make changes. Sorry, I had to drink some coffee. I have just been talking nonstop. Okay. Let's see. Ellen, Renee Voice Brand. I don't know what Ellen Roar, Zoom Drain. Ellen is the goat of plumbing and owning a plumbing business. I don't know if that is a YouTube channel or, let's see, Ellen ROHR. R-O-H-R. Ellen Rohr. Badass name. Ellen Rohr. Business is easy, so why do we make it complicated? I see that this is just some woman that's talking about business that has 500 subscribers, and her oldest video is 7 months old. Yeah, I don't think that she's a plumbing business. So I'm wondering if you're just trying to actually pimp her out a little bit. Let's see. Jezale says, I have a contagious smile. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Heather. So Heather, was it you? Heather Holmes, was it you that was saying that you just started the job at Lowe's? We were talking about that in the live stream yesterday, the members only live stream. Was it you? We wanted to know how it was going because you weren't there. So we were all asking about you. Kirsty Miller says, hi, Sheila, greetings from Australia. Love your channel. Love your energy. Thank you. The energy's fake. It's all from coffee. Let's see here. Jan, I love to see you so excited about this live stream. I'm totally excited about this live stream. Oh my gosh. I was nervous, right? But now I'm not anymore. I love doing it. Now, just my opinion for you. I know that you've got a lot of opinion and you've said a lot of things, but I'm going to have to skip over some of yours because I can't read them all. I want to make sure that everybody is heard. But you do say that you've been single. You're waiting to get blessed with your own version of it, Doug. Well, I wish much luck to you. Try Tinder, apparently. Veritas Vexillafer. Hi, Sheila. Well, hi, Veritas. And then HGHHH, needing your opinions, having a 6-figure job with great benefits in a very low cost little town, but I still dread the schedule and having to be at work at 7 a.m. What should I do? I can't tell you what to do, my friend. I truly can't, but I would say if there is something that is pulling your attention elsewhere, listen to it, right? If you're saying, that you're thinking that you want to go back to school, or you're thinking that you want to become a park ranger or whatever, listen to that. Money isn't everything. It really isn't. And, for someone that spent their entire career chasing the big almighty dollar, and now none of that matters. None of that mattered at all. Let's see. Oh, see, look how behind I am. Kirsty says, Doughboy. That dough thing was a long time ago. I'm really behind. Journaling in a cold shower is free therapy. Oh, you're funny. Bonus fiddle. Today I remembered that I get discombobulated when things change. Unfortunately, most of life is change. It really, really is. Everything is change. And I actually don't mind change because it makes me feel a little bit hopeful. If things are changing and something's going to change, then that means that life isn't stagnant, right? That means that we're not stuck if things are changing. So maybe try and flip the script a little bit on that. Let's see. True North Skies, trolls and bots are terrible. I have to agree. Let's see. I'm kind of getting to how old are these trolls? 47-year-old adult toddlers from Dreamstorm. Probably. I don't know. King Epic. Those people don't have hair either. I started balding at like 22. I'm sorry, King. I know that for men, the hair thing is also, it's really difficult to deal with. But yeah, baldness runs in my family, and that's what I have right now is just male patterned baldness. Let's see. Just my opinion. Sorry. I know I skipped over a lot of your stuff. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get through these and make sure that everybody's heard. Muriel says, I actually put you on full screen. Oh, Lord. Skin is amazing. And Sheila, I don't go that way, but damn girl. Well, first of all, you don't go that way. Have you tried? I would never give up my man, but whatever. My skin, thank you. It's actually incredibly dry, and I don't even put face lotion on it anymore. I just like whip the regular lotion and smother it on because my face is so dry all the time. Thank you, menopause. Let's see. Luculent scripts are crucial when you have so much to say. Yeah. Also, when you squirrel, right? When you're talking and something else pops in your brain, you're like, oh, I want to talk about that too. I have to have a script. Living Free for Me says, thank you for answering my question. I really appreciate that. I hope you have a wonderful evening. You're welcome, Living Free. Teresa Cryer says, oh, the Sim Architect, hashtag not a financial advice channel. I'm not. Was someone asking for financial advice? Sorry. Let's see. As we are working longer, do you think that workers will age out at a younger age? Yeah, I do. I mean, I don't think that I think that they're probably going to start aging out closer to 45. That's just my opinion because it's happening now. Honestly, it's happening now. Let's see. Just my opinion says, everyone have a beautiful evening and thanks so much for your kindness. Thank you. Robert in NYC is here. Hi, friends. Sorry I'm late. Sorry. It's nice to see you. We missed you yesterday and the members only live stream. So it's very, very good to see you. Veritas, Canada is cold. Yes, Canada is cold. That's why we're not going to live there. Let's see here. Everyone's saying hi to Robert. God, whenever there's retracted messages, I just really want to know what they said. I just do. What were they? What did you say? Bonus Fiddle, I'd forgotten I'd asked a question. Thanks. Glad I checked in. Shortly, I'm going to go work out. You go do you. You go do you. This recording will be there for you. All right, I'm going to go. No name number 2 asked a question. What are you average at, above average or below average? I thought that was a really fun question because I'm not really like above average in anything that I could talk about on this live stream. Yep, I said that out loud. I did. You guys just talk to Doug. And then pretty much everything else, I'm just middle of the road. I try to excel in some things, but I don't like I used to sing. I was a good singer, but I was never great, right? I played volleyball. I was a good volleyball player, but I was never great, right? Things like that. I was a good artist, but never great. And that's kind of like I live my life in mediocrity, and I'm actually pretty okay with that. So thank you for that question. Jelly Bean in the Night asks, do you have a daily routine or is it more unstructured? I am very somewhat totally unstructured. Doug leaves the house at 5:30 or so, 5:40. He brings me my coffee. Usually the smell wakes me up. He brings me a coffee and gives me kisses before he leaves. And I try so hard to get up. And what inevitably ends up happening is I grab my phone and I end up answering comments on my phone for like an hour or two. And then I realize, oh shit, I only slept for 4 hours last night. So then I go back to sleep. And like this morning, I didn't even get up till like 9:30. But I don't have a structure, and it would probably behoove me to have a better structure. But right now, I just don't have the mental capacity to put myself in that position to say, oh, get up, take a shower, do this, do that. I just want to do what I need to do and not have to follow anything. Eventually, I probably will get more structured. I do have a structure as far as like Mondays, I do the books for the plumbing business. Tuesdays, I record and edit for YouTube, right? So I do have that kind of structure, but that's pretty much it. Let's see here. Bonus Fiddle. Everyone's saying hello to Robert. Bonus Fiddle says, you're sweet to try getting to all the comments. Heck yeah. But also at some point there will be too many, so don't sweat it too much. I know people keep saying that, not to worry about the comments, but I figure if you're going to take time to reach out to me and say something, that I should really try to take the time to write back. I think it's really important because I really want this to be a strong community, right? That's what's important to me. The numbers are fun, being at 25,000 subscribers, that's really fun. But, having 100 people in this chat, that's super fun, right? We're here just chitty chatting and laughing and joking with each other. And maybe you guys have snacks and I got my coffee, and that to me is awesome. That's what I like. And also reading comments also gives me content ideas. If I start seeing a lot of people asking the same kind of questions, and I'm like, oh, maybe I should do a video on that. Stevie Dillon, some of us try to make changes and end up getting managed out of the company or laid off too. I was that person. I was always trying to optimize things, right? Because I have so much experience and people don't want that. So I get that. I'm sorry about that, Stevie. The Silver Crone, I'm late, but hello. You are just in time, my friend. Just in time. Glad to see you. Just my opinion, asked if anyone can pimp me out. No, we're not. Let's see. Carol says there's an epidemic of low self-esteem in the USA. We're all being killed off by an abusive society and capitalism that serves the 1%. If you could give one piece of advice to reclaiming our self-esteem. That's a hard question, Carol, for me, because I let me ask this. If you guys like this, I fluctuate. Some days I feel so confident and on my self-esteem, I feel beautiful. I feel strong. I feel amazing. And then there are some days where I am just like, I am trash. I am unlovable. I'm a waste of space. Right. So I kind of fluctuate. And I think that probably my biggest reason for the fluctuation is the thing I say all the time. Comparison is the thief of joy. I compare myself way too much to other people, other channels, other women my age, my own brain, right? I'm a horrible dog mom because I didn't notice that my dog had an ear infection, right? Just little things like that. I tend to go off the deep end on things. So I don't know if I'd be the one to answer that, but I think that I might want to research it. So thank you for your question, Carol. Heather says, yes, it's me starting at Lowe's. Look how behind I am, you guys. We talked about Lowe's like forever ago. So yes, loving it so far. Glad to hear it. We were asking about you, like I said yesterday on the live stream. That's okay. Let's see. There was a story about a therapist quitting her job so that she can get to know herself. That's from HGHH. I believe it. Let's see here. Oh, every time I move scroll down a little bit, it just kind of jumps. So please forgive me about that. Let's see. I'm skipping over you. Just my opinion. Sorry. Quack hack. I love your hair. I saw earlier videos and it wasn't until you posted with your natural hair that I clicked. Yeah, I was wearing a wig. So my wig story is that when I decided to wear a wig, I've been blonde my whole life. But when I was a child, there was a Vidal Sassoon. I've probably told this story before, so I apologize if you guys have heard it. But there was a Vidal Sassoon commercial, and there was this woman who had this beautiful, long, black, straight hair, and she was Asian. But as a child, I said Japanese. So whenever you would ask me when I was a child, what did you want to be when you grew up? I would say I want to be Japanese because I wanted that hair. I had blonde, curly, thin hair, right? So when I started wearing wigs, I was like, hells yeah, I'm going to wear wigs like the kind of hair that I've always wanted. So I bought black hair wigs and I loved it. I had fun. It was a good transitional item for me. But then after a while, I started just thinking, gosh, I really hate going out wearing a wig because it's uncomfortable. It's itchy. It's sweaty, right? It moves around and whatever. So I stopped wearing them, but I did have a short stint in life where I did wear them. Ladybird says it scares me that young folks can't grow a tomato. They have no interest in the old ways. Yeah, I'm a boomer. So if it scares you that young folks can't grow a tomato, I can't even imagine the fear in your heart you must feel when you know that I, as a 54-year-old woman, have no idea how to grow a tomato. I actually, at one time, they made these things where like it was like a tomato garden and it came with like its own trellis like inside of this little greenhousey thing, and you could just buy it and it was flat, and then you'd hang it up somewhere and tomatoes would grow. They didn't grow for me. They did not grow for me at all. Let's see. Quack Hack says it seemed really brave, and that's something I struggle with. I'm not very brave. I'm not very brave. I just try things and I don't really care anymore. I'm not brave. I'm not brave. Let's see. Muriel snorted at something. I love that. I always can tell that Muriel's laughing because she snorts. Chow shows, or it could be cho shows. I don't know. You remind me of my aunt, but more flamboyant. Okay, I will take it. I have been getting that a lot lately. Is that a new term that's coming out? Because people keep asking me if I want to be their auntie. Do you want to be my auntie? I want to be my auntie. And I'm assuming that that's kind of replaced the, mom, grandma thing, being an auntie. So yeah, I am the internet auntie. Let's see. Jan says, Are you ready for all the parasocial you will get from this YouTube endeavor? I don't know what you mean by parasocial. So you're going to have to clarify, because I'm not going to try to make it up in my head. Oh, Alejandro took a message back. Oh, what did it say? Saskia, just a fresh adult worrying if she'll get into university she wants. You've heard the story before. I appreciate your personality so much. Thank you for being the wonderful woman you are. Well, Saskia, thank you for being the wonderful human that you are. And thank you so much for being here. And you know what? If you don't get into the university that you want, the world is not going to end. I can tell you that I have gone to 2 universities, and nowhere in my career has anyone said, what university did you go to? Just as no one has ever said, let me see your transcript to prove that you actually went to a university. So try to be gentle with yourself. Okay. Now I understand that if you have a particular profession that you want to be good, that you want to go to, because some universities are better for that than others. I totally get that. But I just want you to show yourself a little bit of grace, because it really isn't the end of the world if you don't get into the university that you want to get into. It just feels like it, but it's not. I swear to God, it's not. I swear. Let's see here. Okay, Sim and Jan are talking. Sim took away a message. Sim, what did it say? Kirsty Miller says, I live my life in mediocrity is my new mantra. You're welcome. Yeah, I do. And I think it's a lot less stressful if you live your life that way, because I used to live my life trying to be the best at things. And because I wasn't, I was absolutely, I never felt good enough. Because I was always just kind of mediocre at stuff, right? And there's nothing wrong with being mediocre. There's nothing wrong with being solid, right? Nothing wrong with it. Nothing. Let's see here. I'm just kind of skipping over and see if you guys have any questions. Oh, Twitch. Jan says he did something about Twitch. I don't even know what Twitch is. I think of Twitch as like the platform where you can go watch people play video games. True North Sky says it's not just low esteem. I've learned it's a lack of self-respect. That's true too. That's very true. Self-confidence is not the same as self-esteem. So I guess I answered that question wrong, huh, Carol? I'm sorry. Robert in New York. Hello. We say you're a wonderful dog mom. Thank you so much. Carol says, but we often aren't worthy of love, admiration, or being celebrated. You mean we feel that way, Carol, right? We feel that we aren't often worthy of love, admiration, or being celebrated. Because I would say that we are all worthy of being loved. Every single one of us is worthy of being loved. Jen says, oh my gosh, I fluctuate too. I was an illustrator for years. Then I got into modeling, but at 46, I just can't do anything else. Maybe I ought to freelance. Jen, you can do whatever your heart desires. Just do whatever you want to do. Do what you feel called to do. Start a YouTube channel. Do illustration on YouTube. Learn how to do the AI illustration and teach people like me how to do it. There's I don't know. I don't want to get into the toxic positivity, Sheila. Okay, so I'm just going to let that go. Carol says self-esteem is about a sense of being worthy. Carol says my thinking is we're all good at stuff and mostly confident in our resumes, but we also feel basically crap as people. Okay, it said badically. I was like, is badically a new word? Because I like badically. I don't know if that's true. I don't feel like I'm basically crap as a person. I feel like I'm a good person, but the whole worthy thing, you're right. I don't often feel worthy. Like when I look at my relationship with my husband, I'm like, what did I do to deserve this guy? Right. But I work on that. I know that Brene Brown did a lot with that, like in the past, because I have a picture of myself where I wrote on my hand, I am worthy. And I think that was like part of her book and stuff. Let's see here. Parasocial relationships. I don't know what that is, Jan. You can say it 47 times and I don't know what it is. And I have to look it up. Parasocial relationship. Definition: a one-sided connection that an individual develops with the media figure or fictional character. So like a stalker. It's a sense of intimacy and familiarity with that person, their experiences, even though the other party is unaware of their existence and the connection is not reciprocal. Okay, so I've just learned something new, Jan. Thank you for that. So I've never given that much thought. I can see that being a thing, but I guess I don't feel that these relationships are all one-sided because I am pretty forthcoming in my videos, and I am uh uh I don't want to say intimate. I'm intimate in a non-sexual way, right? I share a lot about myself. So that's the idea, is to build these connections. So yeah, I don't know how to answer that question. Let's see. True North Skies has to go. Okay, see you. Oh, King Epic, you gave me more money. King, come on. Come on. You should never feel that way anymore. Next time you do, take a second, go look at the hours, watch stats for your channel. For some people, 10 minutes of that was the first time that someone was honest with them. So I forgot what I said to make you say that to me, but I do. That's another reason why I read the comments, because the comments are amazing. If you ever get a chance to read some comments on videos, people share so much. They talk about how I've helped them so much. Basically, everything that I've set out to do has been confirmed that it's happening in the comments. And I get that. I get that. But my problem is, King, is that I start thinking, but I could be better. I could be doing more, right? I'm just never happy with myself. And I need to learn to be happy with what I've accomplished. So thank you for that. And thank you for reaching out twice in this conversation. I absolutely appreciate you. I adore you. Sim Architect, define the parasocial relationship. Oh, aunties are a queer-based term? I had no idea. Well, there you go. I'm an auntie. I always thought it was more of an African-American term, auntie. Let's see. Imposter syndrome. Oh, Simmons talking to Carol. Ali Kiji. I'm the pregnant, depressed girl that commented on your last video and you sent me a hug. I'm doing a little better, but I still feel like I spend my days running away from my fears. So I guess, Ali, I would ask you, are you depressed because you're pregnant, because your hormones are messing with you, or is that just something that is a part of you and your landscape? And I want to make sure that you are taking care of yourself and your baby. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to support you in that way. And then the second thing I would ask is what are your fears? What are you afraid of? And if you actually face that fear, what's the worst that could happen? What are you running away from? What is it that you feel that you have to stay in front of, I guess? But I do want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because depression is not something to take lightly, because it can turn on a dime. So reach out again if you need to. Okay. Shauna took her message away. God, just people, remote virtual. Yeah. So Sim confirmed that it is kind of like virtual stalking. I have had a couple of instances with that. It has not felt good at all. But I suppose it is what it is, and I'll deal with things as they happen. Ali says, maybe I can face them tomorrow. No maybes. You can. Just pick one. Just pick one. You don't have to face all of them at the same time, Ali. You don't have to face everything all at once, right? Just pick one. Belinda says, you're my best friend, even though you don't know who I am. Oh, that's what you were just talking about. That's the parasocial relationship, right? I'm a lot of people's best friends in here, which is so funny because I have no friends in real life. I am horrible at maintaining relationships. I can build relationships, but I cannot maintain them. I am awful at it. And I don't know why, but that's just how I roll. Shauna says, my phone wigged out. Do you have an actual question? Oh, she has a question for me. Where did you get your stream equipment? I'm needing to upgrade my camera and mic. Just Amazon. All I have is the Blue Yeti microphone, and then I'm using my computer camera for this, and then I'm just using YouTube's streaming thing. The camera that I actually have that I use to make videos is a camera whose name I can't remember. I will find which one I bought, and I will put it in the comments of this video when it posts. So thank you for your question, Shauna. Let's see. Muriel, you're so sweet. Can't let my characters, never been a Twitter girl. Ali says it happens every time I'm pregnant. So it is the depression is a pregnancy thing. Okay. You still need to take care of yourself. Sim Architect says fierce Auntie Sheila. Yes, I am fierce. Rrr. I like it. I love the term being an auntie. It feels much better than like, grandma. I'll be everyone's favorite auntie. I have a lot of nieces. Well, I have 2 nieces and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 nephews. So yeah, I'll be the favorite auntie. I can handle that. Muriel, thank you so much. Well said, Sheila, to Ollie. One more example of your beautiful heart and why we love you. Dreamstorm. Oh, my alarm just went off. It's time for me to clean Posey's ears because she did have an ear infection. Dreamstorm. I may have the Asian hair you want, pushing 50, and it still grows down to my calves. What? No male pattern baldness. Problem is I'm cursed in other departments like mental faculties. I think we're all on different journeys. There we go. Yep. I think that you're right. And Dreamstorm, yeah, you probably do have the hair. I cannot believe that your hair is down to your calves. Ever since I chopped all my hair off, I can't believe how annoyed I lived my whole life with hair touching my neck. And having it down to your calves, I've never had hair that long. I think the longest I've ever had it is just like right below my shoulders because it just gets thin, right? And it was just curly and the ends started getting wonky. But oh my gosh, that's long hair. Sheila needs to have sponsored links at her video descriptions linking to it at Sim Architect. Thank you so much. Always looking out for me. Thank you. Jesse says, what is this XP nonsense in the chat? I don't know. Did I miss XP nonsense? I do not know what you're talking about. You kids today and your lingo. I don't know. Ali says, I do believe it's connected to my hormones. I'm actually caught up on the comments. Holy cow. Sort of. I skipped a lot. Sorry. But I also have well-controlled depression. Normally, it just goes nuts during pregnancy. My 2 older girls and my husband are helping me, though. Good. I'm glad that you have support. I'm very glad. And I'll send you more hugs. Carol says, oh, she's talking to Sim. Muriel says, I'm an extra large snort. Okay. I'm at the end. Oh my God, that's great. Now I'm going to go over to the Q&A thing. You guys, woof. Oh, let's see here. Okay, here's one. This is from Nancy9698. I don't think she's here, but she might be. I don't know. There's a lot of people that I don't know who are here. I can't tell. But she says, what's one financial struggle that nobody talks about? And I would say that the struggle that I have the most right now is basically not being able to afford, buying things that I want or need, or not being able to I used to just be able to leave and do whatever I wanted to do whenever I wanted to do it. And I don't have that anymore. And there's just kind of this cost of pretending that you're okay, I guess. Being broke is quite isolating. And, every time I spend a little bit of money on something, I feel incredibly guilty, even if it's like something for Posey, or, I bought a couple of shirts, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't be doing that with myself. So I think that is probably something that people don't really talk about much when you are financially struggling, is that isolation that you feel. You don't feel like you can go out and be with friends or do anything like that because you can't afford it. Yeah, I remember around the holiday time, they were planning on doing like this potluck, and I was like, yeah, okay, I will bring a side dish, right? Because they're like, oh, let's do steak and let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, yeah, I can't afford to feed 30 people. Sorry, my bad. Not going to happen. Let's see. Being broke is very isolating. Being financially responsible is too. Yeah, I bet. But it's the same thing, right? Because if you're being financially responsible, you're not wasting your money on stuff. Yes, I get it. Let's see here. I'm looking at these questions. I think that I might have gone through most of them. Wishing well adventures. Facing career profile burnout and resentment at 64 and a half. Why update it for them to exploit? I'm not sure what that question means. Facing career profile burnout. But why update it for them to exploit? I mean, I don't know what you're actually talking about there, but I would just say that you don't have to update anything for anybody to exploit, right? Why do you feel like you have to? If your only reason to update something is to make yourself palatable to other people, I don't know why you would do that. So I don't know what that is, and if you're here, please give me a clarifying statement. Let's see here. I think that I've answered most of them. And the ones that I didn't answer, I don't. Oh, Mike _ sketching. Is telling white lies to recruiters an option? Yeah. And every freaking thing is always an option. Everything is an option. Everything. Right? It's just a matter of whether or not you feel comfortable doing it, whether or not you can back it up if you get caught, whether or not you're willing to face the repercussions of it. The thing is, are you lying or are you reframing your experience, right? Reframing isn't bad. And honestly, recruiters lie all the time. So if you need to embellish to get noticed, I would say do what you feel comfortable doing, but just be prepared to back it up. And be prepared if the bill comes due, right? Be prepared if they find out that you lied and you actually can't do the thing that you said that you could do. I embellish on my resume. I don't lie, but there are skills that I might say that I have that I'm like, oh, I could learn that real quick if I got called in. I don't do that much anymore, but I used to a lot when I was younger in my career. But I also change titles because titles change like over the course of my career. The titles that I used to have when I started my career are no longer applicable. So I've changed titles on my resume so that they currently match what is out there now. So I don't know. I guess it's just a personal choice, Mike. And then there's someone named DJ Short Fuse Little Red Bird. That's another question. When did you quit feeling guilty about making yourself count? I will let you know when that happens. I feel selfish most of the time. I do, even though I don't think that I'm a selfish person. I think I want to talk more to Carol. She was asking that question that's still been in the back of my head about, questions about worth and self-esteem and confidence and that kind of thing. And there is a difference between, I'm going to actually write that down, I think there's a video idea there. What is the difference between confidence and self-esteem? And how does that affect us? I like that because I think that I've probably used those terms interchangeably. So I think that's a good video idea. Let's see. Oh, Doug's back. Doug, are you home or did you just finish working? You didn't miss anything, honey. You didn't miss anything. You can watch it on the replay, babe. Let's see here. Jesse says it also causes psychic damage. Even after you recover and doing well, you still carry the trauma. Yes, that was actually a video idea that I thought of, and I will pull up my little video idea spreadsheet because I can't remember what I actually called it. I can't remember. I can't even find the title of it. But yeah, I was thinking of a video idea about that, about when you're better. Gosh, where is it? No one prepares you for the loneliness of getting better. Because I have noticed that with myself that, and we talked about this in the members live stream yesterday, that I'm not very close with my family. And I think a lot of it is because they still think that I'm the person that I was 10 years ago and they don't know me today. And I think that that's probably the same for them. I don't know them either. Right. So, because I've gotten a lot better with my mental health. So that's a video idea too. So thank you for that, Jesse. Dreamstorm says it's genetics. Some Asians tend to have longer terminal length for each hair strand. I grew it that long for identity and music. My parents were conservative, so they gave me a hard time over it. Gotcha. Yes, I have 2 Asian cousins. They're Vietnamese, and they have absolutely thick, beautiful, black, gorgeous hair. And that's why I bought the wigs that I did. I covet it. Let's see. Shauna says, my dogs, along my wage decrease ensures I will never financially recover. Just trying to keep it going. My dogs along my wage decrease. I'm not sure what that means, Shauna. I'm sorry. Let's see. Jan says, I love Canada, and I was once left waiting 7 months for employment insurance to get delivered. It almost broke me. Being broke has many facets. Very, very true. Being broke does have many facets. One thing that I'm starting to really come to terms with too is even the food that I eat is different now, because I'm looking for the bargain, right? I'm looking for the less expensive option. Whereas before I was looking for the best. I wanted to make sure that I was eating, putting the things in my body that were the best for my body. And now it's like, well, what can I just get in our bodies to keep us sustained? It's different. It's different. Carol says there's a lot of societal judgment on being broke or even restrained in spending or even thrift core. It is so sad. There is. Carol, I'm really digging you in this conversation. I mean, I'm digging everyone, and please don't take this wrong, but Carol has asked me some thought-provoking things, and she's still here in the back of my brain, and she's new. I've not seen you before, Carol, but I'd be interested to know what it is you do, because you have a lot of thoughtful comments, and I appreciate that. Kate Craig, my third largest expense is vet bills. Has vet bills always been, or vet appointments always been so expensive? No, they haven't. They have gone up substantially in the last few years. I have noticed that too. Even just taking Posey in the other day, it was like $300 just for a check. And not even medicine. It was absolutely bizarre. So I don't even throw medicine away anymore that I get for the dogs. I will keep it. Like she's got some pain medicines and stuff like that she's had for other issues, and I'll just keep it because I'm not paying for that anymore. Recruiters expect, this is from Sim Architect, recruiters expect white and gray lies. Nobody that's not really Stockholm syndromed beyond repair can really mean what they expect us to say. The title related, not when telling them why you want to be there. Yes, no, the title. Yes, no, the title, not saying why I want to be here. Yes. Ladybird says, dentists are expensive. It should be an important part of being healthy. You should have been a hygienist. Yes, dentists are expensive. I'll tell you guys a little secret, because you guys always make, God, my hair I hate the way my hair just like blends in. There, see, there's my hair. It blends in with my background. But these teeth here, they're all implants. I had really bad periodontal disease from smoking and genetics. My dad had it, and my mom also had it. So these teeth, and all on the front and a couple in the back, and all of these on the bottom, they're all implants. And I've made a video on this, or I included it in a video, that all of this is probably like a $40,000 mouth. So don't smoke. Quit smoking. Because these front teeth. So I smile a lot more now, though, ever since I got these, because I did have like these really bad gaps because I had so much bone loss. So there you go. There's a little bit of personal tidbit about me. Let's see. Shauna is talking to Kate. Oh, your little Shih Tzu has congestive heart failure. I'm so sorry. Yeah, we were talking about Rock earlier, and we did the chemo for Rock, and we did that for, what was it, like, I don't know, 3 months or something like that. It was crazy expensive. It was like $15,000. It was nuts. Okay. Ollie says, or Allie, I don't know how you're not exhausted after answering all these questions and giving out so much love. You're a real superstar. Well, thank you. And who says I'm not exhausted? I'm a freaking introvert. Believe me, as soon as this is done, we normally cut it off at 2 hours. As soon as this is done, I don't talk. I need my Sheila shaped spot on my husband so I can just lay there. Tonight for dinner, we're probably just going to have like quesadillas because I didn't cook. No, I get tired. I get very tired, but this is very exciting to me. I absolutely love you guys. And I love that you love me. This is an amazing community. And this kind of relationship is absolutely amazing to me. This is probably the only relationship or type of relationship that I can maintain outside of my husband. Oh, goodness. Let's see. My pay was cut by 20K and my dog expenses had doubled. That's what you meant, Shauna. I'm really sorry about that. I'm really sorry about that. But I love you for being a good dog mom. I love you. And I always tell Doug, neither one of us are very religious people, but we always say, that when we get to heaven, the dogs are going to be there and they're going to know that we took good care of them, right? They may not know it now, but they're going to know it later. And, sometimes I'll like fuck with Posey and I'll just be like, do you want I don't want her to see. Wait, where is she? There she is. I'll be like, do you want your bone? Okay, good. She didn't hear me. And I'll ask her if she wants it. And then I'll like say things like, okay, but you have to give me kisses. And it's like, quit messing with her. God. I'm like, yeah. So when we get to that point in heaven, she's going to be like, oh, do you want your steak? She's going to be messing with me. Let's see. Check if your vets have been bought by private equity. Belinda, that's a good thing to look for. I think people are flinching at food items going up just 15 more cents at this juncture. Yeah, it was one of those things. And I know that this makes me sound horrible, but I never really thought about the cost of things that I was buying, right? I didn't have to because I had the money. And now I have to really think about the cost of things that I'm buying. And food is a big cost. Let's see. Looks natural. Bariatric doesn't help with dental health either. No, it doesn't. But thank you for saying that my teeth look natural. They feel natural. They're wonderful. They did a wonderful job. And I love my implants. I love smiling and not having all these gaps in my teeth anymore. And I love having a healthy mouth. Let's see. Oh, Jan, you're talking about AI. We're getting to the end. I don't want to get into deep AI, but what do I think of AI replacing us? I don't think it's a good thing. I think that humans are always going to be necessary and needed. AI, to me, I use AI all the time, right? And to me, it's just helpful. It's not smart. I've never been as angry at anything in my life as I've been with AI. So I do think that it's going to change our lives, but I don't think that we're going to be the Jetsons just yet. I don't think that we're going to, have robots cleaning our homes, even though I think that Robert in NYC has talked about there's a robot dog thing. I can't remember. It was like a mobility robot or something that's coming out in Japan. It's just a thought right now, but they're coming. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get tired now. See, because you said it, you jinxed me, Allie. You jinxed me. Carol says, I'm an academic transdisciplinary team science development leader and project integrator, and on a healing journey from relinquishment adoption. That is a lot, Carol. That is a lot. I don't even know what an academic transdisciplinary team scientist development leader is. And I'm sorry to hear about the relinquishment adoption. I don't know if it's that you're dealing with that you were relinquished as a child, or that you've had to give back someone that you were trying to adopt. I don't know what that means, but I'm very glad that you're here. I'm very glad that, honestly, that everyone's here. Oh, Daddy's home. Daddy's home. Let's see. Shauna, I don't think that you hijacked the conversation, so don't say that. Jan says that he feels very attacked by AI. I'm sorry. I think, was it you, Jan, earlier that said that you were the one that doesn't like change? I know that it's difficult. I know that it's really hard, but I don't know. It can be cool. It can be helpful. It can be something that could push us forward. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Jen says, this has been amazingly helpful. Thank you. And thank you, chat. Yeah, the chat was fun tonight. You guys are awesome. Veritas, do you like working as a YouTube creator? I absolutely love it. Yes, absolutely. I wish that it paid me more, because I would do it. And I know that the money will come eventually. You got to put the time in, right? You got to work your way up. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I love this group of people. I love the community that we're building. I love the topics that I've talked about because I feel like I'm able to share my knowledge and all these things that I've gone through in my life. I can share them and hopefully uh, help others and make others feel less alone. I did a video a long time ago. It wasn't very popular, but it talked about YouTube being my legacy because I don't have children, right? So all this information that I'm putting out on YouTube will be here after I'm gone. And I can just kind of imagine somebody at 3 o'clock in the morning, needing something or wanting to hear something or whatever, and my message finding them, right? So yes, I do enjoy that Veritas very much. Thank you. Teresa Cryer says, I think we all have to throw out other people's opinions about how we spend our money. I mean, seriously, when did they get a vote on your spending? Let it go. Teresa, I think that could be something that can apply to just about everything. Right? Right? We have to throw out other people's opinions about everything, right? Because really, their opinions shouldn't matter. I mean, so Doug's opinion of me matters. My opinion of me should matter more, though. What is that saying? I wish that I was the kind of person that my dog thinks I am. I don't know what kind of person she thinks I am, but I think she thinks I'm pretty great. Let's see. But I agree with you, Teresa. I do. There are so many things as humans we need to let go, but we've been conditioned our whole lives to be a certain way and to act a certain way and to care about what other people think, right? We're supposed to be thin, beautiful, smart, sexy, wealthy, all of these things in order to be desirable. And it's absolutely and completely unattainable. Nobody can be all those things. They pretend to be, but they're not. Hey, honey, can you come here? No. Please? I'm soaking wet and tired. Why are you soaking wet? Because it's fucking pouring outside. Is it pouring? Well, come here. They want to say hi. No. The people have spoken. He's not coming. He's not coming, guys. I tried. He had a long day. He had a long work day. I tried. He just doesn't want to bless you with his sexy beastedness. Let's see. Gosh. Okay. Let's see. Sim architect, cleaning our homes, replacing humans on humanity, unlikely. Yeah, I don't think that AI is going to replace humans. I think that I worry that humans are going to get a lot less smart because we're not going to have to think as much. And that's one of the reasons why I don't use AI to create my scripts, because I still feel it's very important that it needs to come from me and my brain and that I need to think about it. Let's see. Heavenly Me says, hello, everyone. Sheila, what kind of problems would you say you faced in your friendships that lingered on your mind for a while? Goodness, that's a difficult question. I haven't had a lot of friendships because, like I've said, I really have a problem maintaining relationships with people. I don't know if it's my social anxiety. I don't know if it's just because I'm lazy. I really don't know why, but people have told me, the drama, but this was, back in the day. And that has stuck with me, right? That I try very hard right now to not have any drama in my life because that really stuck with me. But other than that, I don't think not so much. I just really haven't had that many relationships. I've had, a few good friendships, but none where I've ever felt that I could be myself. It's absolutely amazing that I found someone to get married to that I could be myself around, because I've never really had that in a friendship. I have a couple of times, but not a lot. Let's see. Kira Rude found you at the perfect time, trying to quit a 20-year job. You're helping me to start feeling less guilty about wanting to quit before the season ends. They're going to be so angry and disappointed. Oh, well. Oh, well, that means that you've done a good job. Good for you. They can be angry. They can be no, actually, they can't even be angry. Well, they can do whatever they want to do, but you don't have to internalize that. You can even just cut them off at the pass and just say, hey, I know that this makes you angry and you're probably disappointed, but I need to do this for me. And don't go into a whole lot of reasons why you're leaving, because that's just going to give them ammo, right? It's kind of like when you tell someone no, you're can you come over and, babysit my kids? No. Well, why? What are you doing? Nothing. Well, then why can't you babysit my kids? Right. So you're giving them fodder. No is a complete sentence. So is I quit. Right. So I understand that you've been there for a long time and you want to give a little bit. I get it, but don't give them too much fodder to try to reel you back in. And then you have to check back in with me because I want to know how it goes. King Epic, would it make anyone feel better that I'm not worried about AI? Did it make anyone feel better? You guys, King Epic is not worried about AI. Do we all feel better now? Andrea K, got here late, but glad I finally got to attend a live. Any tips for female bosses that suck at people management? My manager is difficult and demanding. Let's see here. I was a manager a lot, and I really tried very hard to be good at it. I read books, I read blogs, I did everything I could to be a good manager. And I think that what people forget about managers is that their job is to nurture the people that are underneath them, right? To have their back, to be their advocate. The only thing that I can think of is if you can't be honest and say, hey, this is what I need from your management style. I need you to be more collaborative, or I need you to be more honest or forthcoming, whatever you need from them. If you could tell them what you need from them and they can't meet that, maybe go above their head and frame it as a mentoring opportunity to their boss, and just say, this is what's going on. And I think that there might be an opportunity for this person to have a little bit of growth or whatever. Don't come at it from an angry, negative way, but try to frame it in a positive way for that person. I hope that answers your question. Let's see. Ali says, I know how exhausting giving a lot can be. I hope you enjoy those delicious quesadillas with your husband. Delicious quesadillas, girl. It's literally shredded cheddar cheese and microwaved inside of a tortilla. It is not anything delicious. That sounds so yummy to my hungry Prego self. You're so cute. Muriel says, thank you for Sheila for sharing your time and your heart with us. Anytime. I love it. Working on a Jetsons line of hair barrettes and mighty earrings. That you should. Definitely, Muriel. One day we're gonna have to chat, and you're gonna have to actually send me some earrings that I can wear. That'll be cool. Chow shows, why didn't you have children? Okay, we've got 3 minutes, and you ask the deep question. I did not have children because I did not want them. I have known from a very, very early age that I did not want to be a mom. And I did share this in a couple of my videos that my aunt, when I was about 7 years old, had a hysterectomy. And after she explained what the hysterectomy was and that she wasn't going to be able to have kids anymore, I knew that's what I wanted. And I asked a bunch of questions. Can I get one when I turn 18? Can I get a hysterectomy? I just knew that I didn't want to have kids. And the older I got, the more I knew that that was the right decision for me. It wasn't any profound realization like, oh, I don't want to bring kids into this world. It was just that I don't think that I'd be a good mom because I didn't really have a good mom to emulate. Now, my brother, who had the same kind of childhood I did, is best dad I've ever known. He's an amazing father, present. He broke the cycle. He did it. He's doing it, and he's amazing. But that was just not something that I wanted for myself. And there has not been one day that I've ever regretted that decision, ever. I used to tell people all the time, oh, I'm going to be a good stepmom someday. And that's what I am. I'm a good stepmom. Doug has kids. Doug has 3 kids. They're not kids. They're all adults, but yeah. Muriel says, my jewelry is my legacy. Yes, it is. Let's see here. Oh, I got behind on comments again, my friends. Jan says, we are your children, my auntie queen. Oh, Jan, thank you so much. I'll be your auntie. Kirsty says, I love you too. You're beautiful, bright light in so many lives. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Thank you so much. Muriel says, hi, Soggy Doug. So you heard that he was, because I said, why are you all wet? I guess it's still raining outside. So he's soaking wet, but I don't know why. I don't know what he went outside for. Let's see. What happens to Doe in the rain? Well, he gets crabby, apparently, a little cranky. which I understand. I totally understand. He's been working since 6 o'clock this morning and it is almost 8 o'clock and he's just getting home. So he can be cranky all he wants. He just needs a cuddle. That's all he needs. A cuddle and a queso. Cuddle and a queso. Jesse says, the best thing I found with other people's opinions is to say duly noted and then go do what you're planning to do anyway. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. So Jesse, I love you. I'm going to practice that on Doug. I wonder if he's still listening. I think he's probably in the shower, but yeah, I'm going to do that. Duly noted and then go do what I was going to do anyway. Oh, I love that so much. Shauna says it's raining like a mofo. I'll be glad when this rain is over. The rain is good. We need the moisture. We need the moisture, Shauna. Isn't that what people always say when it rains? Let's see. Opinions are like backsides. Teresa, you can say assholes. Opinion like assholes. We all have them and they're cracked, according to my dad. Oh, they're like butts. He changed that. Oh, dad. Dad jokes. Dad jokes. Carol says, you're a gorgeous, lovely person. Keep being you. Well, thank you, Carol. I don't know how to be anybody else. You help so many of us by taking care of yourself and prioritizing yourself. I'll reach out. I would appreciate that. And it took me a long time to take care of myself and to not feel guilty about taking care of myself, to not feel guilty about saying, you know what, I'm tired today, or you know what, I can't really handle this today, because I've always been the type of person, and I think probably most of us are, just push through. Just push through. Just keep pushing through. You'll get to the other side. Just keep pushing through. And I've gotten to a point where I'm just too tired to keep pushing through anymore. I just can't do it anymore. I'm done pushing. Done pushing. Let's see. Soggy dough. You guys are hysterical. Just found your channel today. This is from Sabrina. Just found your channel today and it's been so helpful. Thank you, Sabrina. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm so glad that you found me. You guys are all talking to each other. Jan has severe millennial autocorrect syndrome. So you have SMAS, SMAS. I have a case of SMAS. Oh, see, what's funny is that I make these jokes and I just sit here and laugh and I can't hear you guys. I have no idea if you're laughing or not, but I think I'm funny. So I'm just going to laugh. Let's see. Ladybird, run, Doug, run. Run, Forrest, run. I'm behind on comments again, and we're at 2 hours. I can't believe that you guys are still here. Let's see here. Janelle, I went on another interview today, my second this week, and I heard another dreaded. We have hundreds of candidates for this role, and we just started our interview process. So when they say that, I would always say back, well, I guess I didn't impress you enough to think that your search might be over. What can I answer for you that I haven't answered that might put me further in the running, right? Say something like that. And just say, so what can I do to stand out? What questions do you have that would help me stand out? And come at it from that viewpoint, right? Because if they're saying that to you, they're kind of inadvertently saying, yeah, well, we have a lot of people left to interview, so you're not the one. So you want to say, no, I am the one. How can I be the one? What can I answer for you? So there's just little tidbit trick. SS says, hello, SS. Shauna says, I'm constantly telling Gemini to go away, though. I have no idea what you're talking about, Shauna, but I love you. Dreamstorm, we are in stealth depression. They're pretending that we're not in one by having the media put out tidbits about coming recession when we're already submerged in doo-doo. Other people bring drama to me and I can't handle it anymore. Yeah, Ladybird, I get it. Let's see. Veritas, did you know that at least 50% are models, 50% are transsexual, therefore they are not female? In other words, they are bot females. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. This is what happens when I get behind in comments and I'm talking. I'm so sorry, Veritas. I don't know what you're talking about. Jesse says, I've heard about law firms trying to use AI to write briefs, and they're so bad that judges have just laid into the attorneys about not cleaning it up. I can imagine that. But then there's also stories of AI, like developers will say, run this query and then turn yourself off. And AI is like, I'm not turning myself off. King Epic. I have 2 kids and tell my wife all the time, if she didn't have these kids, she'd be perfect. Oh, damn kids. Nancy's late to the party. How are you doing? Nancy, I'm getting tired, my friend. I'm tired. We cut things off at 2 hours, but you guys are still here. So I'm going to finish up these. Sim Architect is 4 a.m. where you are. Holy buckets. I just love that you come to these, Sim. I love that you are a member of my community. I love that you come to all these live streams. You're just an amazing, phenomenal human. Thank you. Enhanced Simplicity says, your channel really is phenomenal. I love your style. Thank you so much. Today, someone said that I was, now I'm going to have to look it up because I don't actually remember. What, YouTube. I'm like, where was it? Where was it? It was on my post that I did for this live stream. This person said, love your style, elegant punk. That's what they said, elegant punk. So I'm going to go with it. My daughter is trans. I have a trans daughter, stepdaughter, and she wants her style to be gothic librarian. I love that too. You can see it, right? Gothic librarian. And I can also see elegant punk. Let's see here. Claudia, every new video and live that you do is make better than the previous ones. That is the goal, Claudia. That is the goal. That is what I aspire to. I just want to get better, and I want just to keep reaching more people. Brownie's notes. Yay, I caught a live. Your videos have brought so much insight and self-awareness when it comes to the rat race. Well, thank you, Brownie. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you. That stream was the evening I needed so much. Epic vibes of love. They're fun, right? These streams are totally fun. I've been on live streams before and they haven't been this fun. So yeah, I have big fun. Oh, Shauna says Gemini is the droid, Alexa. Okay, that's right. Gemini is the AI, right? There's the Gemini and there's Claude. Yeah, all of those. Got it. H says, just love your channel. Greetings from Abbotsford, BC, Canada. Greetings to you, H. Janelle says, great tip. I have 20 years in HR and bring in some very niche skills. So it's always surprising to not get an offer on the spot. Well, it's because you're older and you're not pliable. Belinda says, don't kill me. Now I'm going to have to scroll up and find out what Belinda said so I can decide whether or not I need to kill her. Belinda, I can't find your comment, so I don't know. I guess I can't kill you because I don't know what you said. So you're off the hook. Good job. Good job. Let's see here. The Sim Architect, Fierce Auntie. Kelly says, I love Gothic Librarian, right? Right? It's a total vibe, Gothic Librarian, and she's pulling it off. Jesse says the Elegant Punk and Gothic Librarian Adventures. Okay, we can start. I'll start bringing her on my channel, see if she wants to come. Gothic Librarian, so dark. Academia core. I love it. Sim Architect says it's great we live in such a much more tolerant world right now. You know, it is great, although tolerance, I think, is subjective. So my stepdaughter is in the military, which she's no longer going to be able to be in the military because she's trans. So it still feels to me like we have a lot of work to do, right? And it's not like she's a mechanic in the military. So, all the things that I don't know, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You need people to give their lives for this country. And then when they do, you say that's not good enough. I don't know, kind of pisses me off. I do think that we've a lot more tolerant than when I was younger. I mean, I can remember things that even I said when I was younger and I'm like, oh my gosh, that didn't hold up well. Or movies that I liked when I was younger and they just don't hold up. So yeah, we're getting better, but we still have a journey. I think that we have a journey with not only the LGBTQA plus communities, but with minorities, African Americans, Hispanic, Asian. I just think that there's a lot of work that we can do with our communities to be better. And that's just my 2 cents. I'm going to get off my little soapbox. My nose is really itching. I swear to God, I don't do quote, but my nose is itching. Let's see. H says, older and not pliable is me to a T. Yep, me too. Oh my gosh, there's a username not leaving my room. 2 hours is a long live stream. Well, you can go, sweetheart. You can go. I know it's a long live stream, but everybody keeps asking questions and I don't want to cut it off. Don't judge me. Don't judge us. Belinda says, no, I'm laughing at you. Don't kill me is the reaction because I'm laughing so hard. Oh, awesome. Awesome. I'm glad that you're laughing. Let's see here. Adam says, why do you only wear black and white? Because that's what color my clothes are. I like black. So as I've gotten older, I've realized that as many decisions as I can make to not have to make decisions, I will do that. So if all my clothes are black and white, I don't have to really spend a lot of time. What matches with this? What matches with that? And I always feel like wearing black, right? So yeah, everything's just black and white. It makes life a lot easier. Plus, I'm a badass, and badasses wear black. Psh, did you not know, Adam? Let's see. Sim says, oh, so the news are real. Sad. I assume you're talking about trans in the military. Yes, that is real. Yes, it's actually happening. Belinda says, you made me laugh when you said you don't know if we're laughing at what you said. The cycle gave me quite a chuckle. Awesome. I love that. Those are my favorite kinds of laughs. Like sometimes we'll be going to sleep and Doug will say something funny and then I'll just get a giggle fit, right? I can't stop. And he's like, oh, shut up. I'm trying to go to sleep. And I'm giggle, giggle, giggle. Let's see here. Jen says, thank you for supporting your trans daughter. It has been so scary for us. Yeah, it has. And I don't watch the news, but I do. So, God, my nose is really itching, y'all. One of the things that I use ChatGPT for is I will get on ChatGPT and say, okay, what are the top 5 news stories of the day without sensationalism, facts only? And then I will also ask it, what are like the top, like I don't want to call it trans. I do LGBTQA plus issues of the day, just so I can know what's going on and be supportive for her. But that's another thing I use ChatGPT for, since I don't watch the news, is I kind of get my news through ChatGPT. Just, I don't want that sensationalized crap. There you go. A little tip me to you. Let's see. Kate says, thank you for being an ally to the queer community. Thanks, Auntie. You're welcome. I don't know if I consider myself an ally. I just am human. I just do the things that I think that human people should do. Doug is the same way. Just be human. I don't understand why any of it's a big deal to anybody. It drives me absolutely crazy because I don't understand it. I just don't get it. Why does it matter? Why does it matter? All that matters is that people are happy, really, honestly. But thank you for calling me Auntie. Ooh, I like that. I think I'm going to like that almost as much as being called Queen. Let's see. Lady Bird's childish and okay. Oh, thank you, Auntie. You guys are so sweet. Look at all the rainbows. At 100K, we're doing Coke. No, King Epic. I'm not saying that I've never done Coke. I'm saying I don't do it now. But my nose is itching so bad. I don't want people to think that like I'm jonesing. But no, drugs are not my friend at all in any way, shape, or form. I don't even drink, y'all. I don't even drink alcohol. I just don't. Let's see. KDK says, you always look so good. Love your clothes. Pick what you want. Yeah, I actually got 3 new shirts too. So the next 3 videos I'm going to be wearing, well, actually I'll have 4 new shirts because we're going to have merch. So in one of my videos, I'm going to wear my new merch, which I'm really excited about. I'm really excited about having the merch. Not leaving my room says, I'm worried about you all, but the conversation is amazing. I don't think you need to worry about anybody, Sweet Pea. You don't need to worry. Let's see. Sorry, I'm scrolling down. Let's see. Lady Bird, Wednesday Adams meets the library, right? I really think that she's onto something with the librarian goth. And she wears a lot of those like chokers, which we used to wear when we were younger. And I love them on her. Love the choker. Yeah, let's see here. Oh, Jan says, I'm an ally. That is being an ally in a world filled with some intolerant people. Yes, I guess you're right. I guess I just don't like to think of myself as special in any way. You know what I mean? I'm just a human. I just love people. I love the people that love me back. I will stand up for people whenever I see things are wrong. I think that getting older too is made me to where I don't really care what other people think. So I'm going to just go ahead and say what I want to say. And if you say something that is offensive or uh, hateful, I will just call you out on it, just because there's just no reason for that anymore. There's just not. Life is too damn short to carry that much hate with you. Let's see. Ladybird is talking about Mexican Coke with pure cane sugar in a bottle. Yes, I remember that. I remember that. Is that a legend, or is that really real that they put Coke in Coke? I don't remember. Let's see here. Yes, Sim Architect is very cool, Jan. You will like him. Sim Architect is one of those people that like always calls me out on shit. So I kind of like that about him. And he also tells me YouTube stuff. Like he did the reminder earlier on to say, hey, you guys do a like on this. I have no idea why liking this live stream is a good thing, but it obviously is a good thing. So Sim Architect's a cool guy. He lives in Europe though. He's European. Simply fundamental. Oh my God. Oh, sweetie. Hi. Nice to see you. I'm trying to wrap things up and you just showed up. My goodness. Hello, Simply Fundamental. I have been missing you. I've been thinking about you. I've been wondering how you're doing. I hope all is well. Unique One says, I've been watching you a few weeks and work is getting easier now, staying for now. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. Did you take my advice and build a persona? I think that probably is the one thing that I wish I would have done when I had a career, is to build that damn persona. It helps with discoverability. Okay. Thank you, Sim Architect. Thank you. I'm just going to hire you as my YouTube guru person. Let's see. Thank you for your kind words. You're welcome. There's the truth. I'm not lying. It's the truth. You do that to me all the time. French, Canadian, and European will always vibe right. Ooh, there might be some love connection going on in the chat. Simply Fundamental says, long work day, co-op board stuff. I'm good. The board meeting is done. I almost read that as boring meeting is done. It's probably both, eh? You guys, we are at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. That's not what I said. That's not what I meant. I'm tired. We are at 2 hours and now 16 minutes. It is about time that we start calling this. I got through the Q&A questions. I got through all of the comments. I skipped some. I know that I did. But I hope that your feelings aren't hurt if I skipped you. It's really not personal at all. Oh my God. My tongue is starting to go crazy. Let's see. Okay, we've got Yam and Sim talking. I kind of dig it. Let's see. Our Techie says, thanks for sharing what you have so far. I think you've gathered a very thoughtful and kind community here. Yes, thank you. I think it's been amazing. I mean, yeah, I've banned a lot of people. I wonder if there's a way I can see all the people that I've banned, trying to keep this community safe. And I think that I've told this story before. Kate Craig, who was on here when I very first started YouTubing, she was one of the first people that started following me, and one of the first people that actually was in my membership. And someone had said something to them. I'm sorry, I should make that. Someone said something to them, and I stepped in. And she says, thank you for keeping this a safe space. And so ever since that, ever since that, I have always worked very hard to keep this a safe space for everybody, I don't care, gay, straight, Democrat, Republican, whatever. I just want it to be a safe space for us to be able to say the things that we want to say and feel the way that we want to feel, without having to explain ourselves. Okay, let's see here. K-Bay says, hey, doll, whatever merch you're bringing, I'll be buying it. Well, I'm launching with 2 shirts, and I put a post out a few days ago. We're doing the Laid Off Mafia. So one is Laid Off Mafia with the little fedora, and then one is Laid Off Mafia with Posey and a cigar and a fedora. So that'll be the first. And then with the last video, I talked about being emotionally concussed. That phrase really resonated. So I think that might be the next t-shirt, something about I'm emotionally concussed or something like that. I don't know. That was a line that rang for a lot of people in the comments, which is another reason why I read all the comments, right? So I can see what actually is hitting. But Kay, thank you for your support. The shirts are all going to be $25. I've made it to where, regardless of size or whatever, they're $25. And I'm not really making any money off of them. I'm making like $3 a shirt. So I'm really doing the merch for community, not for profit. Let's see. Kelly, Muriel, love you. Sim Architect, love you. I'm happy that you're here. Muriel is devastated with a snort. I'm assuming that she's being sarcastic because I'm trying to end the live stream. Shauna, thank you. Nice to see you. Take it easy, neighbor. Just remember, for those of you that are in here that live in Colorado, make sure that if you ever do see me out, make a big deal about it. You know, scream, fawn over me, ask me for my autograph. You know, do just do just do the thing. Just do the thing. Let's see. Simply Fundamental says, I just wanted to say hello, have some tea, long time no chat. We'll watch the replay. Okay, good. I'm glad that you're going to watch the replay. I have been missing you. I hope that you can make it to another live stream, a members live stream again. Nancy says, have a good evening. Keep up the good work. You're doing great. Thank you so much. Belinda says, stay hydrated and beautiful, everyone. Let's see. Auntie Queen. I'm digging this Auntie Queen thing. That might be another shirt just for me. Kelly says, you're overtired. Wrap it up so you can rest. I can, but I don't. Oh, there you go. Kate Craig, she, her. Thank you. Thank you for, I'm sorry if I didn't misgender you. But thank you for your clarification. And I'm glad that you're still here. Unique one. I found myself saying, hold it together for just 2 more hours and let's try to be chipper. Screw the being chipper. Just hold it together. That's all you can do. Just hold it together. Let's see. So Jan is saying that he's a hot Canadian. Okay, so Sim and Jan, I guess I'm just going to have to give you guys deets. Merci beaucoup to a blah, 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 rare. I don't know what that says. I don't speak French, my friend. Sip Sauce says, and I'm a 30-year-old gay man. That's not funny. I don't know why you're LOLing. It looks like, so my audience must be mostly women, King Epic, and gay men. Let's see. Veritas says, Colorado's beautiful. I'm in Ohio. Colorado is beautiful. It's a wonderful state. I do love living here. Jen says, my boyfriend and I are planning on taking a road trip, so we will go to Colorado. And if I do see you, I will scream and make sure you feel awesome. Thank you. And ask for my autograph. Thank you. That's perfect. That's what I need. Let's see here. I don't know. You guys are talking amongst yourselves. Okay. So I got to the end of everything. Stop chatting. It is time to go, you guys. It's time to go. We have dropped from 100 to 62. Simply fundamental. God. Every time. There is no reason for you to do that. I'm keeping it together. Simply Fundamental has this habit of giving me $100 every time she shows up to one of these. And that's not why. I don't want you to think that I'm excited to see you because I think you're going to give me money. I just love you very much. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's very helpful, very needed. So thank you for that. So yeah, it's time to call the meeting, you guys. Oh my gosh. And Jan, thank you. You guys stop. Thank you so much, Jan. I appreciate that. Thank you. It's very humbling to me. And to be honest with you, so today wasn't like the best day. I lost someone that I knew in a past life, basically. And I didn't realize how much this person meant to me until I got on Facebook today and saw that this person had passed away. And I was thinking of actually canceling tonight, but I love these live streams so much. And I love the way that you guys love me. And I'm very appreciative of the financial help because it's needed and it's appreciated. And I know that times are hard, and I know for anyone to give any amount of money is a really big deal. So thank you. I'm trying really hard to hold it together right now because I don't want to end this on a bad note. This has been a really fun little live stream. So I love you guys. And there's Doug. These are so fun. All of you are so amazing. What a great community. Thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, I think that's a really good place to end it. So I'm going to go get in my Sheila shaped spot on Doug and kind of end my day. I love you all so very much. So thank you for being here. I'll see you at the next one next month. If you want, you can join, become a member. And we do weekly live streams. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so flabbergasted. Thank you. Love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.